And we're live. Everybody can see us too.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Hi.
I was gonna go on like a starting screen, but I didn't. So here we are.
Here we are.
Bright and early and
Oh
excited.
yes, bright and early. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Cody, we're almost 2 years old. Our stream anniversary.
Cody, we're old together, you and me, but now I'm only on a
We're
streak.
23 months.
Oh, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that.
Oh,
3
this is
months.
cool.
That's actually wild.
Yeah, Cody, this is cool. The overlay, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Lex, thank you.
Okay, Lex just have.
Oh, just had to do it. Had to do
I'm
it.
out of here.
Had to do it. Appreciate both of you.
Yes, please.
Seeing Cloud phase in and out of the fog behind Lex.
We need to get like a gif of Cloud sprinting into the forest behind him and just disappearing.
I like it. I like it.
That'd be so
Good.
sick.
All right, my constitution or my whatever is good.
All right. I'm all set up on my end. Oh.
So I should be that instead. Ooh. I have
Yeah.
all right hit points. I'm not mad. I got some high rolls.
Nice.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
After rolling a 1 the first time, but then my next ones were nice, and I was like, oh.
And like there was a little bit of sourness in that, Peyton. Is there something you'd like to share?
I'm at,
Peyton, you okay there?
My max hit points is 16.
Oh.
That's
worry.
exactly half of mine.
That is like with the ability to reroll ones. That is literally the minimum HP I can get.
You do know that we're
Wow.
level 3, right? Or 2?
I know
Whatever
we're
we are.
level 3.
Okay, I
I
just
still
wanted to make
rolled
sure you,
2 2s.
I wanted to make sure you rolled all your dice. Maybe I thought you were rolling for level 1 with that.
You know, you don't roll, you get max on level 1.
Yeah, level 1 you just get max.
Whatever. I haven't
Yeah,
read the
you want to
rule book
leave.
yet.
Scott made his guest appearance, so
Played
now
a
he
wizard.
leaves.
There's its own rulebook just for that.
Oh, gotta get obsidian notes out and try to actually keep track of stuff.
Oh, you're doing it too? Okay. Respect that.
Also, are we doing session notes this campaign, or what's the plan with that?
We should.
We
but-
should. I like that paragraph. I like the paragraph form that we were doing, where it was just like one paragraph that was just like the big
This
thing
is
that
what
happened. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that sometimes. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, we can try and bullet point as much as possible.
I feel like Adia just showing
Test.
Discord profile picture
Loud
is
and clear.
apt.
Somebody needs
That's
to
where I am
sub
No, it's there.
Why?
Just a cat with
to
a
keep
knife.
the hype train going.
The hype train hasn't started. We
Give me
don't-
1 sec.
There is a hype train. It says
Let's
it's,
get this hype train
No.
going.
it
One
needs to
more.
start.
Twitch
Yeah,
Prime? Twitch
if-
Prime.
No, let's not. We can avoid.
6 viewers. I know you guys got some primes. Torn, gift a sub.
Someone isn't here, and he shouldn't anyways. These are gonna be put out on YouTube. What I'm curious about is, maybe I'll bring it up after actually. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Make sure nothing else I missed on my notes. That's very important.
Oh, I need to fix
Oh.
that.
You should turn off the bouncers, yeah.
No. We leave those on, but I'm gonna extend the window so it covers everything.
The year.
I
is
only want to
pretty
see
important.
20s across the board.
Not important. Not important.
Here's the moment. One of your characters is dying. Not mine, but one of yours.
Yes.
And then
one of
this
ours.
pops up on the screen. Tell me. That's not like... That really encompasses like the attitude of the moment, you know? Oh no, my character's dying, and then that.
Here we are, yeah.
It looks like confetti.
Like sad confetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you score a crit.
I was just doing the same thing. I was in the middle of typing it.
Oh!
Oh shit!
God.
Like, is there anything I'm forgetting?
You could ride a bike. You could play D&D.
Uh-oh.
I'm playing a whole new character. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. Y'all don't know my character.
I'm sure like your character is like a wizened traveled person who's been all over the place and knows their way around the world.
Makes sense.
I like how
I know I unblurred you specifically. That was really funny when he turned it, recognized there was a face. No, thank you, and I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Where the fuck is the marker?
Peyton, can you point your camera down a little bit, or is that not a possibility?
I think
No,
I
no,
can.
he
You
needs
look
to
like
look
you
short.
look like
He
we're playing
needs
with a
to look like he's
7-year-old.
2 feet tall.
It looks like there's a 7-year-old in the Discord call with us. Because all we can see was like the top of your head. Todd looks a lot younger too, like only like 30 or so. The whole wheat thing really fucked up my perception.
Okay, can you keep the fan pointed at you, please? And thank you.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Lex has an internal body temperature of the negatives, so need that fan to go
This is accurate.
the other way.
Look,
I swear to God, their feet are sub-freezing. Fucking, I just feel one touch my leg, and it's bad. Also, I just
Look,
heard myself
I'm-
through Alexa's mic.
I have nothing to say besides my body won't
Damn it.
produce heat.
Maybe that's because it's running off cheese. There's a reason cheese engines don't
Lex
exist.
is like, I'm so tired all the time. I need to take naps.
I eat more
Why
than
am I
just
so
cheese. It just
cranky?
happens to be a significant part of my diet.
Yeah, that being all.
Not quite, but you know. Don't look at me.
That works. Okay. Are we ready?
Already.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Yeah.
So. We begin in the era known as the Primordial Recursion, the fourth era of the world of Alunad. The previous campaign took place on a continent known as Madrigon, whereas this campaign, Campaign 2, will be taking place on a continent known as Viadora, the map that you see before you. The fourth era being the one that has just begun. We are in the year 171 of the fourth era, the Primordial Recursion. This era has been demarcated and noted by the the fall and the imprisonment of the destined hunger Desbalak by the armies of Madrigon, as well as some fairly famous and well-renowned heroes of the East. Many legends have been told of the bravery that took place, the harsh battles and struggles against the Titans and against the dragons, and many losses along with many victories. But that is not terribly relevant to our current story. Our current story taking place on the continent of Viadora. The system of Viadora has long held as the Viadoran Dominion, a large conglomerate of a republic on this large continent. It is run by a group of people known as the Noble Synod. The Noble Synod being made up of many groups or many different people known as heralds. These heralds chosen by arcane means randomly across the different factions and the different professions within this continent, whether it be a fisherman, a tradesman, a craftsman, a mercenary, a baker, all different types of people chosen at random by arcane means by a society known as the Verazeum. Within the Verazeum, there are three different orders: the Zunastic Order, the Itibian Sector, and the Poltaran Coven. Specifically, the Zunastic Order holds the ancient rites that would take place in order to choose these heralds, while within Verazeum, they've remained separate, not truly part of Viadora and the governmental system, but rather self-contained, in order to remain impartial and unbiased in the government selection system. These representatives, known as heralds, make up the Noble Synod, which would act as the governing body of Viadora and the Viadoran Dominion. Over the years and since the Concord, when the Titans were reawakened following the release of Desbalak, the government system has broken down a bit to where the heralds are not able to hold as much sway, are not able to garner as much attention towards the needs of their specific groups and their people. And so many of the citizens have turned to larger city-states in a self-contained sort of governance, whereas cooperation between the provinces is not very often done at the moment, and cooperation between city-states within the provinces is more common, but not particularly strong. There's been a resurfacing of attempts to reconnect the governing system and to reawaken these bonds that the heralds hold, but it has been slow going, and meetings of the Noble Synod are still far and few between, with them holding not as much sway as they used to. Where we begin our journey is with a small druidic grove. There is a very vibrant and star-lit sky above. Crickets chirp. The sound of a slow crackling fire and smoke raises into the night sky, into the air. As we come upon a scene of many gathered around a circle in a grotto, all seemingly saying farewell to one specific being. Lex, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. So Luz is a half drow, half elf, with long silver hair, smoky gray skin that is covered in tattoos that are mostly lines and circles. And if you look closely, you can tell that they are patterned after the movement of the heavenly bodies, sky. They wear a long black cloak and a large, wide-brimmed black hat with a veil coming down from it that is decorated in small beads and baubles, feathers, and other things. And they are smiling and sharing love with the group and wishing goodbyes and paying it like just enjoying her druid circle around her and the people before she has to go.
As you prepare yourself for your departure, the archdruid Nyla steps forward. As she's a little bit hunched in the back, a bit older in her years. She's wearing her ceremonial garb and dotted with the stars on her cloak, similar to your own, but slightly different, as would make sense. And she steps forward, taps her staff on the ground a few times on a stone to make a crackling sound. Some sparks shoot out from the bottom. Everyone, I would like to say a few words. To hear, to see, and to feel our way through this. Luz, you go on your journey now, as many of us have gone before. Before you depart, I'd like to speak a few words on my mind. I remember when I was a young girl, and I went on my first journey. I had the thought that someday our order could venture forth and provide guidance to a lost world, to a scared community, provide omens and possible futures that others could see and hope for. Many times we cannot fulfill our dreams, but just knowing that they are within reach can make them that much more attainable. Whether it's true, whether it's not, as long as we believe it's possible, it makes it that much easier. I stand before you, hesitant in what you desire. I am not fully convinced you are correct, but no one was fully convinced I was either when I departed. I don't wish to stand here and take up everyone's time. I don't wish to cause a commotion. I simply wish to give our best regards to one of our best and brightest, and wish her safe journey and quick return with all that she looks for. But Luz, before you go, there is one last thing that I would like to share with you. Throughout your journeys, there is one piece of knowledge you should never forget. Something to hold dear and close to your heart at all times, and to follow with imperativeness. And that is a spray of verdant green flames crosses over your entire body as you are engulfed in this arcane magic, in this druidic magic, as you see for the first time from the inside rather than the out, the teleportation magic of the Druids of the Stars, as you are vanished from the location in the throes of these words, before they can be finished, and you are sent soaring through the ethereal nothingness. And as you travel through, you can see stars dotting the world around you, and time and space and gravity cease to make sense. As you are thrust forward, you begin to see spiraling before you trees, withered trees, woven branches, dark and gray in the night. The night sky above you and the stars begin to be blotted out as you fire sprays across the ground, as you land heavily, as you look around, trying to gather your surroundings. You don't recognize where you are. This is not where you were supposed to be. Something has gone wrong. As you look around yourself, you see just woven canopy of withered branches and matted leaves and plant life that don't seem to have ever seen the light of day. You look up and you can't see the stars above you. You can't see the moons. There is very little light shining through the bits and cracks of these woven branches. As you look around you into the night, you begin to hear the sound of whimpering, the sound of howls, the sound of chittering, but entirely unfamiliar. You think that you hear the laugh of a hyena, but it slowly turns into the giggle of a child. You think you hear the scraping of claws running up a tree, which then turns into scraping of muck and dirt. The sloshing of wetness through a tree trunk. These sounds, the scents, the visuals all around you are nothing like you've been accustomed to. You have no idea where you are. We're going to jump to Peyton, your character. You are at the shores after a long boat's journey. You are disembarking from your ship, gathering your few belongings and loading them into the cart as you begin to make your way towards the east from your landing position, paying your way into the caravan, and it being fairly cheap with the services that you provided and the services that you have proclaimed that you're willing to provide along the way. It doesn't seem like there is too much competition or animosity for a position of travel. It seems like everyone in this location and this predicament seems to be okay with carrying their load and doing what they can, and that being enough to join within a caravan such as this. But you disembark from the shores and begin to make your way through the forests of Pelrin, coming from the southern Gulf, and traveling upwards towards the main road. You see off in the distance, as you are sitting and tinkering, a large flash of green flame in the woods, in the wilderness, and people begin to call out, "Hey, what's that over there?" And people kind of begin to hide back behind the carts and begin to step forward with weaponry and beginning to look. As you can hear off in the distance, a very shrill, confused scream.
Elita's gonna kind of stop what she's doing, and seeing the example around her, she is also going to kind of hop off the cart and just be ready for whatever comes.
Luz, you come sprinting out of the brush, the heavy darkness, towards the only light sources that you can see. As you come running out of the brush, and you swear you are being followed by a million different creatures, you begin to see what looks like signs of civilization. You can see torches, you can see carts and wagons, You can hear the chit-chat of people and the commotion of alarm as you come running out of the forest, draped just still behind you, and almost like a wreath of green verdant flame that begins to taper off into sparks as you run out. You see just a hodgepodge of people along these carts staring at you, dumbfounded. You're muted, Lex.
Thank you. Luz, kind of realizing that she's come up to people, sort of slows and looks around and then looks behind her and goes, "Is there anything behind you?"
Make a perception check.
Okay.
First roll of the game.
Oh wait, I went off of this. Why did I click? Did it work? No. All right. Woo. Okay. How we do, dice? That's an 8 plus 7, so that is 15.
Damn. You look behind you and you see right away there is sort of something like slithering up behind you. But as you kind of look down in your discerning eye, you quickly are able to gauge that it is just a wet vine that is caught on your leg. That seemed at first like a snake was chasing after you, but it's just a vine attached to your leg.
Oh, there's nothing behind me. My apologies. Pardon. Do you all know where we are? Where I am?
You can see a dwarvish woman step forward in fairly heavily plated armor. Looks to be kind of a guardswoman for this roving caravan. You're in Pelrin, the Southern Gulf. How did you get here? What was a fire? Is there fire?
No. You don't need to worry about that at all. It was just a teleportation spell that my druid circle cast. Although I don't quite think it worked exactly as planned.
We're about to leave. We don't really have time for this. You can join along if you'd like. I don't have time to deal with magic and all that. We need to disembark.
It's very easy. Don't mind me. I just once I can find a town or civilization or something.
You're a long way from there.
Oh.
You're in the deeps of Pelrin, dude. Dear, do you know where you are?
I can't say I do. I've seen maps, but as for
Come on, let's go. And she begins to just walk forward and kind of wave on the rest of the caravan as everyone begins to walk forward and just starts kind of just walking past you.
Oh, okay. Luz watches them kind of walk past, and after a moment goes, "Oh," and sort of like files in to join the line that is going past.
Elita, you are fairly certain that was not just a strange fire occurrence. That looked significantly arcane in nature. It was definitely eye-catching for you. But would you like to describe what your character looks like?
Yeah. Alita is a half-elf woman. Seems to be in like her early mid-20s. She has very, very pale-skinned, blonde hair, kind of like tied into a bun. She's wearing mostly kind of like reddish, like rustic brown clothing, work clothing. Like it seems like a lot of them actually seem to be pretty patchwork. Like there was like pockets and stuff like kind of like stitched among the clothes. And she actually does have like an apron that she doesn't have on at the moment, but like she kind of has off to the side. She also has like numerous tools kind of like scattered around in her pockets. but she also is wearing a mask, kind of like covering like pretty much her face, like from the nose downward. That also kind of wraps. It's a neck gaiter, kind of wrapping around her neck down to her shirt. She is also wearing a glove, I think, glove on her left hand, and she has out from like under her mask. There's like seem to be like either like inflamed like a reddish scar or inflamed veins kind of going up alongside the left side of her head. Yeah, she kind of like sees that there is some weird magic stuff. Oh, and her eyes are like very like glossy orange. She kind of like sees that there is something weird going on. She's going to approach this strange like half elf woman that just ran out of the dark woods wearing what appears to be looked like she was going to an event. An event of some sort. Like kind of approach kind of cautiously and be like, "Are you all right?"
Luz looks down at themselves and kind of brushes off their large cloak. Oh, yes, I believe so. However, not knowing where one is can be a little difficult.
What exactly was that flash or the fire over there? Do you have any idea? I'm assuming
Luz
that
sort
was
of waves their hand. Oh, just some teleportation magic. Is nothing all too.
Where were you
Nothing.
trying to teleport? I extremely doubt you were trying to teleport into the middle of nowhere.
Well, no, I was headed to a sister circle of mine. There's some
Circle?
Twilight Druids that I was heading towards in Koprou, but clearly not quite there. Luz will pull a necklace out from under their cloak, and it's a small like purple stone that's been highly polished with a kind of like what looks like a crater in it, a circular crater that's not polished, but as you look close you can see that it's the moon. It's Polta. Is that correct?
Polta is the black moon.
Yes, that one. And it is Polta's surface, and as they pull it out, a little like kind of pretty stars come out of it and sort of float around it, and Luz like looks at it and looks up and looks at it again and turns and looks.
Make a nature check for me. Or survival, up to you.
That's a 10 plus. Don't dare me. Okay, there it is. We are going to go. You said nature or survival?
Yeah, I'd say for this roll you could do either.
I'm going to do survival, so 17.
You are not where you're supposed to be. You look at the stars and you look at where you are and the direction that you're facing, and you gather your bearings and you're like, oh shit, well, I am lost.
Crap.
Well, we're on the way to Koprou, so
Is it Koprou? Koprou.
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 How?
Kapow.
at the very least you're on the right track.
You have actually never been this far west ever in your life, Luz.
Cool. That's a fun one. Yeah, this was why am I I just fully skipped over where I needed to go. Just hop, skip, and a jump across.
I noticed like the little moon thing in the stars, right?
Yeah.
Do I recognize what that is, or?
Make an investigation check for me.
All right. I got a plus 4 to investigation. So that's 17. So
Nice.
21.
Nice.
Yeah, immediately you recognize the Black Moon of Polta, and you can see them kind of looking at this device, and you can make out like different constellations as they kind of look at the device and then look up into the sky. You can definitely gather it's some sort of star map. But the caravan continues to move along as the two of you, I guess, catch back up with it and take your places along the way.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'll kind of be like, oh, well, you talk to me. So I'll sort of, oh, somebody's talking to me and not just going, I need to go.
Noticing that Alita's now picked up a stray, she's gonna be like, well, okay. And she will hop back onto the cart she was riding on, and probably just like get out a book to read as we're going.
Luz, as you were walking along, you like go to hop into the cart, and they kind of like nudge you out, and as there's like no spot, like actual spot for you to ride on the cart, you can follow along freely, and no one will stop you. But you have not paid any way to actually have a like resting spot on a moving cart. So it takes you a little bit to understand what's going on, because this isn't really the sort of like druidic hospitality way that you're used to. But you eventually catch on, oh, I didn't pay any money, so I can't ride on the cart.
Gotcha. Well, after sort of like, humming around for a moment, Lisa just picks up their pace. It picks up the pace and just keeps like, going positive as ever.
All right.
We're gonna be fine. I look over. What kind of book is Elita reading? And then I go, oh, excuse me. I suppose I never caught your name.
Alita.
Oh, very nice to meet you, Elita. I'm Luz.
Alita just kind of gives a nod back before going back to her book.
What are you reading?
The Natural One's Complete Edition.
I've heard of that, but I've never actually gotten the chance to read it. It's unfortunately wasn't in the library of books that I had access to. It was more for studies, I suppose.
I suppose you can think of it as, I mean, technically it's history, but I'm pretty sure this one version might be a little bit of historical fiction.
You don't say.
I mean, some details seem pretty exaggerated, like.
Whatever. What do you mean?
Well, it says here, kind of seems a little inconsistent characterization with the character Aisha. They, according to this, they viciously murdered a temporary companion in the sewers, but I don't really understand what the reason was. It doesn't really go into that.
That sounds so strange. Why would someone murder a companion and then?
Yeah, I don't.
Why would everyone continue to travel with them?
I feel like this isn't the most. I feel like this isn't the most unbiased account of the book, of the story.
Huh.
That's still interesting.
Well, it sounds very interesting. I should probably give it a read someday.
Anyway, so you two travel together on the way to the Great Lifts at the Great Divide between Pelrin and Koprou. As you are traveling along, you two can talk as much as you'd like. You two can interact as much as you'd like. Whatever you'd like to share with each other, feel free. But you journey for a good, I'm gonna say, a good 5 to 6 days. You two are together on, or at least around each other on this caravan. Meanwhile, we have the previously traveled couple, Issar and Eileen. The two of you continue to make your way out of Chiser down through Coram and eventually towards the border between Koprou and Pelrin. You two have been making your way and have been sort of providing your mercenary services, providing your protection services, any odds and ends that you could do along the way. You two are fairly capable in terms of combat and taking care of yourselves. And it's not gone unnoticed. You've been contracted to be part of like the defense vanguard of the roving caravan that you have been traveling along. And yeah, the two of you are approaching towards the final stretch, making your way to the Great Lifts, where your journey will continue further, following the rumors of what you had been told, the information to find this person in the little bit north of the Great Divide. You two want to discuss anything or any plans or anything you want to do while you're traveling?
Eileen,
Mm-hmm.
where's my coin purse?
You gave it to me back in, was it Chiser?
Why did you asked for change? I did not give you the whole purse.
Well, you gave me some
Don't
change,
tell me.
but
Don't tell me there was another fantasy Chipotle.
Fantasy Chipotle. No, there's only one.
It's
But we used all the money there, or at least most of it. Pretty sure all of it.
how much do we have left?
Right. I, out of my own funds, have a gold and 2 silver. And since I have your coin purse, we have a combined total of a gold and 2 silver.
Ugh. Oh,
This job's gonna pay though. This is the one.
you are so lucky that they included food.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna let their defense starve. What are they gonna do without us? Not very
They
filling
packed
though.
for 20 days.
I've
We've
eaten
eaten
through.
10 of them in 5.
Yeah, it's been rough. I don't know why I'm so hungry lately.
Please
Wait,
give
do
me
you
my
think-
empty coin pouch back.
And we'll reach into her bag and pull out a limp leather sack and hand it back to Izzy. Here you go.
Issar reaches into his shoe and pulls out 5 gold and puts it back in the bag.
Oh, that's good. That's great, actually. That's good for us.
You're not. No.
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 What do you mean, no? We're in this together.
Good
I don't
for
know if you
me.
know that.
Yeah, you have 1 gold and 4 silver, you said?
We have 6 gold and 2 silver. Let's be real, Izzy. If we get in a pinch and I don't have money to pay for food, are you gonna let me starve? Let's be honest with yourself.
Issar's shoulders just like sag.
Yeah. The chemistry is already kind of written. We have it solved. This is how we interact, the two of us.
Issar? There's a call from one of the caravans. There's a young elvish woman who has also been sort of taking care of the nightly watches. She is fairly depth.
He is death incarnate. Destroyer of
Deft.
worlds.
Deft. That's the word I'm looking for. Deft.
She
Deft
can't
and
hear.
lithe. She carries a short sword and wears like leather armors and nothing too like heavy to weigh her down. But she comes over and hands you a fairly well-crafted elven short sword. Issar, if you wouldn't mind, it's gotten a bit dull again. You do have quite the magic touch when it comes to weaponry.
Thank you. Yeah, Issar will take the short sword and take out his whetstone and start going at the sword.
you sharpen the sword and doing your little odds and ends of jobs around the caravan are able to make enough money to get both of you by without starving to death. But yet you continue to make your way along on this caravan before eventually coming upon one fine morning the peaks of the Great Divide and the great lifts that separate between. Both of your caravans eventually corral at the bottom, where you can see the large elevators that carry all of the cargo up and to the top of these peaks and then down to the other side. You look and they are not running, strangely enough. The lifts don't seem to be running. There seems to be a lot of backlogs of people. There seems to be a lot of commotion and chit-chat. A lot of banter going back and forth between people, confusion, and like kind of a little bit of shoving to get forward to see what's going on. But it doesn't seem like anyone's really moving.
Huh. What do you think it is?
Looks like the Great Lifts.
No.
Well, I would say so. Giant elevators. Yeah, the Great Divide. That's what we were headed for.
I meant why it was so backed up.
Oh, it's because they're not working. The lifts seem to be broken.
You're good with gears. Do you think maybe we can go take a look?
We can try. I don't know if people are going to be happy that we're walking by them, but if I can get it working, maybe.
Just hold a wrench in your hand or something. Walk with purpose. You've done this before.
Yeah, we can do that.
Not this specifically, but cutting in line.
Yeah, I have the tinkers.
Elita and Luz, both of you as well have arrived at the Great Lifts. You've been kind of waiting around for a little while, and I would say, Elita, you also notice that the lifts don't seem to be operating. And you take a glance at your compass, and it doesn't seem to be pointing here anymore.
Is it pointing in a different direction, or is it just?
It
stopped
seems to be
altogether?
pointing more northern.
Like is that away from like any kind of like town that's here, or is there like anything up north that I know of?
Based on the information that you're getting, it's just pointing further up north. You don't really have any gauge of where or anything like that.
Well, Luz will kind of like, I mean, not Elita will kind of like hop off from where she is and be like, kind of assuming that Luz is still with her. He's like, well, this looks like this is my stop. Like, good luck with whatever
Lex
you're
muted
doing.
again.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate your help and companionship. It was nice to meet you, Alita.
As you are all talking, Issar with Eileen and Elita with Luz, you can hear yelling over the crowd. There seems to be a guard, or somebody of positional authority that's yelling. The lifts are not working right now. If you want to go up, you need to go the old paths. You need to make yourself a way up. You need to follow the trails. There is no mechanized system to go up right now. And just kind of repeating over and over, like rushing around the crowds and just yelling, there's no mechanized way up. You need to take the old paths if you want to go up. If you have a caravan, I don't know what to tell you. And just kind of going around to all of the different areas and spreading the news. And people are slowly beginning to like turn around and beginning to disseminate this information amongst the crowd. Lifts aren't working? Lifts aren't working anymore? We have to go the old ways?
Go the old ways? The lifts aren't working.
Well, I still think plan A of seeing if maybe you with your fancy flintlock and gear work
not gonna shoot the
Fix
gears,
it.
but I'll take a look at them.
Please don't shoot the gears.
Yeah,
Wow.
Luz does start walking towards the lifts anyways, because they want to see what's going on. She wants to go and check it out and see if there's anything maybe she can help with.
Okay.
Eileen as well.
Okay.
Eileen stays back.
So Eileen, Issar, and Luz all begin approaching towards the lifts as people are beginning to file away from them, heading towards the trails and leaving the area. Elita, what are you doing?
She kind of like glances over at the lifts, looks down at her compass, looks down at the lifts. Yeah, why not? And she will also go up to the lifts.
Okay. You all approach towards these lifts. As you can see them before you, they are all just stationary, unmoving. You look and you can see off in the distance, there seems to be like power lines that travel and traverse all the way up to the top and then over the crest and down. You can see like where these channels would hook up, but you don't see an actual power source anywhere. It seems like the power source would be at the top rather than down here. But you walk over and like kind of inspect the areas. People are all filing away. It's very few people are actually like approaching towards the four of you moving closer. There is a guard captain that's standing there, a a fairly like young, middle-aged looking halfling man that's just like, the lifts aren't working. You need to go and head the other way towards the trails. There's nothing to be done here.
Taking a look at where I'm from, like, am I able to see the lifts or like any kind of mechanisms from out here?
You can definitely see them, and like they are very large, and they have like the cabling and the electrical connectivities that are like span the entirety of the like large cliff faces, but you cannot see like the engine or like whatever powers it, anything like that. That would be at the top, you would gather.
And just from the surface, at least, does any of this look familiar? Am I like, do I have any idea how this might function, or
Make
have
a
any experience with this?
make a Tinker Tools check. I'm gonna say use your intelligence.
All right, so that would be a +4. It's a 10, so 14.
14. I would say that from this distance, you could gather that it is definitely running off of a series of mechanical systems, pulleys and levers and gears that are able to create a mechanical advantage. What you don't understand is the sheer amount of power that would require to create this much torque in order to lift these very large elevators. You have no idea like the power source that would have to supply this. It doesn't seem to make much sense in terms of scale, just from like the infrastructure that's in place.
What does lovely like mountainside, cliffside appear to be like?
As you look up the mountainside, you can see many different faces of different like geological artifacts, like limestone. You can see marble and shale, all different spatterings of layered earth and rock. Very beautiful looking, that shimmers in the sunlight that refracts against it and kind of scatters it into a large array of prismatic color. Very beautiful, if not imposing.
Luz takes it in, and kind of just stares at it for a minute, looking around, looking at all the beauty of it, and looking at the top of the cliff towards where clearly there is some sort of power source. anything out of the ordinary? Does it look like anything on there specifically broken, or does it look like it's just there's no power?
I would say from your vantage, you can't really make out too much
Okay.
with like the specifics of it. All you can really see is just like the mechanisms and infrastructure, and that they're not operating. There's not really too much of a good view here. You're kind of at like the bottom of a ski lift.
Okay. Do I see the rest of these people here?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like
you can.
a guard or something? Is there someone like that?
Yeah, you can see that the halfling, who seems like a guard captain or somebody of some importance, that is just kind of keeping people away from the line, and people are all turning away. But there seem to be these 3 other people, along with Elita, that are kind of just eyeballing and looking over at this area.
Eileen's arguing with the guard captain.
Issar's trying to
don't
pull her
understand
away.
what you want. There's nothing to be done. The power source is not operating.
I understand
okay.
that,
Luz
but we
is,
can
like, trying to
find
listen to it.
a different power source and just get it working just to get us up there, and then we can fix it once we're up there. It's not that hard.
Are you out of your mind? Do you have any idea the engineering marvels that go into making something like this?
Eileen holds a Eileen holds up a toolkit, a tinker's toolkit. A little bit of an idea.
I hope that opens up into a factory.
No, it doesn't. That would no. That'd be ridiculous.
Luz looks over at Elita. Did you have an idea?
I have a hunch.
Do you know anything about? I mean, clearly you know something about mechanics. Luz gestures to your like tool-filled pockets.
I've dabbled, yeah. I think this might be above my pay grade, though. I've made toys. I've made like small gadgets of convenience. I don't make engineering marvels like this.
Okay.
I kind of like take out my compass again, kind of look at that, like.
Take a look at the compass and still pointing firmly north.
I do have a hunch, though.
Yes, and what might that be?
Yeah, Elita's just gonna start heading north.
Is that is that towards the old paths? Is that the direction that everyone's headed, or is that like a different way?
To go north, you'll have to cross the Great Divide first.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought like we were like it was like heading like north, like kind of.
Oh no, like sorry, like northeast, like over the Great Divide, north into Koprou.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I can hear like the argument that Eileen's having with the guard, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do I get looking over the guard, like, do they look concerned about this? Like, are they kind of like panicking a little bit, or are they just annoyed?
Make an insight check.
I got a.
No, sorry, I can see why this thing broke. These guys don't know what they're doing.
Eileen, I think we're not going to be able to help you. It was a good try, but
I agree.
We'll just take the old path.
You're right. They are beyond help. I give a spiteful look.
I rolled a 13, but I am going to add a d6 to that with a thing.
Thing.
5. So that makes that an 18.
18. You kind of look over this halfling and try to gauge. It seems like he's been given some information, but he seems largely confused and in the dark. From what you can understand and gather from his like standing, it's just he's been given orders to direct people over the mountain in a like the normal travel path, and that there is there seems to be a critical malfunction with the lift, so it's, you could see a little bit of worry.
All right.
Does this look climbable? And by climbable, does it look climbable if I was an animal of a
It's
of
definite.
like a baboon kind, perhaps?
There's definitely like stone staircase. It's just very old and not easy to like traverse. It'll take a long time. They were
Okay.
designed to be traversed like by foot originally.
Okay.
When people had to travel these without the aid of technology. So there are paths carved into the mountain. It's just going to
not
take a
as-
long time and less convenient.
Just not as direct. Okay, because I was
Yeah.
thinking like literally climbing up
No. I mean, you could, but
the stuff.
there
Climb up
are
the-
literal trails and paths that people would travel up the Great Lifts and the Great
Okay,
Divide.
because yeah, I was thinking of literally like monkeying my way up these lifts.
You probably would not be allowed like onto the actual like cables themselves, especially not as a monkey.
That's stupid.
I mean, they're closed down, like they're blocked off. People are working on them. You can see like tinkerers and stuff like messing around, looking around.
Like I can't fly. I'm trying to climb.
So
Luz kind of looks up at the wall again, looks at the pretty prismatic colors, gives a shrug, and goes, "Well, it looks like there's not much to be done over here, so I'll be heading that way." And pulls out the star map, realizes it's like what, daytime,
Yeah.
puts it
Oh.
back away, and then like walks off with like intent and purpose in their step, and hopefully right direction they go. There has to be a path.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can definitely like climb up the mountain, not follow the masses if you want to. If you wanted to take like an animal form that can climb,
Yeah.
you could totally do that, or you could just
Okay.
follow the path. It's up to you.
Yeah, I feel like I would try and just turn into like a monkey and just go up and not have to deal with the people in the way.
Okay, so you're gonna turn into a monkey.
Yeah.
Okay,
Does it look particularly unsafe around here? Before I do so, I go and I bother the guard.
the halfling guard.
Yeah, who was still talking to Eileen.
Mhm. It's like, listen, you are not a great mechanic. I don't care what you say. You were not able to fix this by yourself. We have a team that's all working on it right now. What good do you think you're gonna do?
Eileen reaches for the gun on her waistband.
I just start pulling.
I was
Pulling
gonna
Eileen
show
away.
it. I was gonna show it to him.
Excuse me,
Not the way.
Yes.
pardon me. Are these parts dangerous?
What do you mean?
Like, are there dangers besides the whole climbing the mountain? Are there like creatures that might hurt, be dangerous, or
In
predatory?
the mountain
or...
pass, sure. Just don't stray too far from the paths. Be careful of rock slides, especially because these paths haven't been traversed for a while. I would definitely be wary.
Right.
We have.
How would you feel about the chances if you were like, say, a monkey?
If I was a monkey,
Yeah, how would you feel like your chances would be off the path if you were a monkey?
It's a good question.
I don't know how to answer that.
Like, do you feel like you would have a better chance of climbing, perhaps, or would you feel like there's a larger chance of predators?
I think so.
To both,
Monkeys are pretty
Yes.
good at climbing, I guess. We have battalions of guards stationed throughout the different areas of the trails to keep watch and keep guard, just in case anything tries to come along. So there's not too much to worry about. Just be careful.
Are they as good as your engineers?
The
You know what?
monkeys?
I'm getting really sick of you.
Hi.
Hi.
You seem very interesting.
You as well?
What is that
What's what?
in your hands that you were about to pull out? It looks
The gun.
very
it's,
dangerous.
It's a gun.
What is that?
Oh,
It's,
no.
it's something I
Oh,
made.
Poor sweet summer child.
Yeah, it shoots projectiles really fast and
So like a
punches.
bow.
Like a bow, but like it shoots faster and further and harder, and kind of makes a really loud bang sound.
There are long bows.
It's like a short longbow that's not a short bow, and it shoots like these. And Eileen will like hold up a little bullet.
So it's like a crossbow.
Yeah, and it only shoots a little tip part there.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
I'm Issar. This is Eileen. She usually shows guns before names, so that's pretty common.
Sorry, would you like to describe yourself and then Eileen afterward?
Yeah. So Issar is a tall man of dark complexion, bald head, the start of a pretty bushy beard. He has chainmail on with blue and silver embroidery going through it. It looks nice, but not very expensive by any means. He carries a very large hammer slung on his back that seems to be made out of silver of some kind. It has the insignia of, if you know the gods, then it has the insignia of the Allguard on it.
Eileen, you want to describe yourself?
Eileen is a 5'6" tiefling with bright pink skin. Has horns that curl up over in the back of her head. She has large assets on her chest. She has gigantic titties.
I knew that was
leather armor, and she has white and silver, like a half cloak that kind of drapes off one side. Has a shining silver brooch on it. And then on both of her hips, she has a wheellock pistol. One looks slightly bigger than the other. Both are carved intricate silver with like wooden handles on it. And then she has a leather bandolier across her chest of empty vials and ammunition.
Great.
Yeah. So,
I'm-
what do you guys want
I'm
to do?
Luz. It's very
Pleasure to
nice to
meet you.
meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Luz.
Why the
I-
hypothetical about the monkey?
Yeah, can you turn into a monkey?
Well, yes.
Or can you turn other people into a monkey?
No, just myself. I haven't
just-
learned the.
You just crushed Eileen's dreams.
It
Well,
would have been fun.
It is possible that I can learn the spell to do so. I just haven't personally come across it. It's quite the spell.
We could probably help find it, right? Issar? Is he? You know magic stuff,
Oh,
kind
that's
of, right?
cute.
You do magic stuff.
Do you? Where did you learn?
You're muted.
No.
He's doing. I think he's casting a spell. I think he's casting a spell, but I can't hear. I don't speak magic. Yeah, we're looking for the. We're
I
looking for
wield
the.
a hammer and I forge weapons and armor.
Oh, but I thought you were like
Forging
doing
is not
research and stuff.
magic.
Oh,
When your bullets get made, I don't do it magically. They're regular bullets.
mm-hmm,
There's no. Sir waves his hands.
mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, no, he
You've
doesn't
been
know
in the
magic.
forge.
He doesn't know magic.
You know
Oh.
more magic than I do.
I
You
don't know.
do.
No, not at all. I shoot stuff.
Divine variety.
No.
I saw you cast a spell to heal somebody last week.
Oh, you know healing. That is a very helpful skill to have.
She doesn't use it a lot. Normally just when she wants something.
Yeah, I'm more of the damage from a distance type of person, I guess. Like putting more holes in people than
Oh,
sealing them up. So
You're a mercenary of sorts.
lately, yeah, kind of.
Oh. I will say it does seem like we may not be getting anywhere standing here and talking. But I would love to talk and walk.
Yeah, we have to take the old path because these guys don't know how to engineer anything.
Apparently. I was hoping that I could maybe find a way around that, but it really does seem the old path is the only way to go.
It does seem that way. What about your friend, Luz, the one you came here with?
You just see Alita just kind of like walking like a little further than compass, walking a little farther than checking the compass.
Luz
That's
points
not the
over there.
way.
That's Alita. We traveled together for the last week.
Alita, nice to meet you. Oh,
She's-
you have tools.
Quite a character.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna say make a Eileen, make a perception check.
Find where Adia is hiding.
It's the gremlin. Find the gremlin.
Perception, you said?
Yeah,
Solid 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a weird looking compass
Weird.
that Alita has.
Cool.
May I look?
Just weird.
I mean, at this point, I would have seen it at some point.
Yeah,
wouldn't
you've
I
seen
have?
it already. It's just a weird
Yeah.
compass.
Kind of
Weird,
just
just a
like
little weird.
How is it?
It has like a blinky bit on it. It like kind of points in weird ways. It it looks like just a very odd, strangely put together
I
compass.
definitely would have asked about it. What would have your basic general answer been?
She would have been like, it's just a strange malfunctioning compass. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work.
Did you make it?
No, it was a gift.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's Luz doesn't ask any more than that. They don't really need to. Cool.
Honestly, it just looks like a fucking messed up compass that was
Broken
probably
compass.
broken.
Okay, and for some reason it blinks. That's fun. Luz is used to like twigs in water magic.
You-
Alright.
Stars navigation.
Izzy, do you think
Fair
they know
enough.
anything about the farm what Alamasik?
That's backward.
Are you trying to cast a spell now?
No, the thing that you're looking for. Do you think they? Do you guys know about the farm what Alamasik?
Do I have any idea what that is?
I look over at Issar.
No.
Is that correct?
No.
Have I ever heard of
Far-
anything that sounds like that?
No.
Issar's just face palming right now. It's the Farsik Amwat, right? That's the
Yeah.
Have I heard of that?
I was trying to find the exact spelling. I have it somewhere in my paper, but
Make a religion check.
Eileen's writing it down on the palm of her hand. Where you can see
Spelling
the
it wrong.
where you can see
That
the
make
the faded ink of
us
it
make
before.
Cody, spell Farsik Amwat.
I got an 18. Rolled a 16. I have a 2.
Farsik
Four.
Amwat.
What did you roll, Luz?
I got an 18.
18.
16 as my die roll and 2 as my modifier.
I would say with that roll, in your studies of the stars and of the souls, that term came up once before in one of the books that you had like just been glancing through. It had something to do with the spirit usher, the god of death, the original god of death.
Luz sort of taps their finger to their lip, and I think I heard something a long time ago that it had to do with, well, the spirit usher, but it was something I heard a long time ago in my studies. I don't know much more than that. I could even be wrong.
About all we've
Yeah, I
got.
mean, that's par for the course there.
It's worth a shot, though.
Elita, what did you roll?
4.
Yeah. You know, never even heard
Bar
the term.
stack omelet? What?
I love omelets.
All right, yeah, that's 4. Do I recognize though the insignia on Issar's hammer?
Oh, make a religion check.
17.
Yeah, easily. That's the sigil of the All Guard.
Leah just kind of like takes a quick note of that and just kind of files that away for later.
Okay. So are you all planning to head up the trails and begin making your way up the mountain?
Yeah, I assume
Yeah.
we'll just walk and talk as we make our way towards other
there's-
people trying to.
Not just one particular path. There seem to be multiple that have been cut through over the years. There seems to be one that is a bit wider and that would accommodate caravans that seems to be moving very slowly, and like the majority of people are heading that way because it is the most traveled. And then there are lessly dense traveled like paths that are going up that are a little bit slimmer, that are made for people that are like traveling light, not really like carrying too heavy of loads, things like that. So do you want to like travel with the largest pack of people? Do you want to travel in like the lighter areas where there's less people and like, you know, a little bit faster maybe?
Before any of this, Eileen's gonna run back to the caravan that we were supposed to be defending.
Yeah. Your contract is over once you got here. Like
Oh, okay.
this was, yeah.
Okay.
You guys got paid out 10 gold pieces apiece.
Oh, sure.
Well, you have money.
9 of which were taken from Eileen's pay for debts.
I don't think we need to sit with this caravan. I think we just take the other path, right? A little less traveled, but we'll be fine.
Alita, Luz, would you two like to travel with us for one of the shorter paths? Doesn't seem really worth waiting, and doesn't seem like you two are part of any caravan.
Where are these paths located?
It kind of points to the narrower paths.
Yeah.
Looks like northeast that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't we have many other options, so I don't see why not. Also, I forgot to mention this. Like, Alita's very petite, very slim framed, like 5'5".
We're the same height, almost.
Yeah, I'm just like an inch shorter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not gonna pick up any time by standing here, so we'll get going and just keep an eye out for, I guess, anything that might be a little weird. But does it look like nobody else is going this way, or is it like there's a couple stragglers doing this?
No, there's some people. It just is. This seems to be mostly a checkpoint for caravans and like heavy trade into Pelrin and Koprou between them. So it seems like most people don't have the luxury of being able to go this direction because they're packed heavier.
Gotcha. So this is just all the people who were either contracted up until now, or like weird travelers who needed a pit stop, who, you know,
Yeah.
don't need to travel with the caravan at this point.
Has anybody set up like a shop at the bottom of this? Any entrepreneurs?
I mean, some of the caravans that like that are way too large to actually be able to go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, there's little like kind of a pop-up town or city at the bottom, just like waiting, you know, like a bazaar, just because they have nowhere else to go and they're like trying to sell stuff.
Are there any franchised all-you-can-eat meat buffets?
If Eileen can look, if it looks like Eileen can do it pretty quickly, I'd be looking for the medic stools or whatever they're called.
For medics tools?
Yeah, the
First aid kit? Healer's kit? I want to say it's a healer's
alchemist,
kit. The actual
alchemist tools. There we go. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
of.
alchemist tools.
Yeah, way off.
Yeah, there's a
yeah.
healer's kit. That's another one.
Yeah. You could definitely buy some alchemist tools.
Yeah, I'd like to try and do that.
Alchemist tools.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Right. Uh-oh,
50
SpaghettiOs.
gold.
Is it 50?
Alchemist tools are 50 gold pieces.
Disregard.
Okay.
Issar would like to see if he could purchase some vials of oil to replace the ones that were spent a few weeks back.
Yep, sure.
Today.
How many do you want to buy?
Perfectly. Like 3, 4, 5. Handful.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 345.
It's
I
one
don't know how much they
silver,
are.
one silver per pound, like skin. You know, like
Gotcha. You'd probably buy 3 then.
okay, yeah, 3 silver, and you can get 3 pounds of like leather skin of oil. All right. So you guys begin traveling up the mountainside. It is a bit tiring, especially for most of you that are not more athletic. Issar, you being on the more athletic side, it's not too difficult, but the rest of you are not quite as strong, and it is a bit of tough going on your way up. But there are like footholds, and there are stairs, and there is a defined path, so you're not just like grasping at loose rocks or anything. But it does take some time as you're going along. And yeah, anything you want to talk about while you're climbing?
Yeah. Luz, Elita. Well, Luz, you mentioned some spell casting of a sort. Do you two have combat capabilities if something were to happen on this path? Would you two be able to defend yourselves, or should we look to play
Well,
defensive?
yes. I can take care of myself.
I have no formal training, but I do have a know a few spells.
Good enough. Just want to make sure we're able to cover each other's backs. Seems this road is a bit less traveled than the other ones. Should keep an eye.
What's that? And Eileen is looking at the good berries that Luz is creating.
Oh no.
These are good berries. Would you like one?
Sure. Well, yeah.
It's like a dark purple berry. It looks almost like midnighty purple. Hands it over.
And
They taste delicious. Like kind of huckleberries.
okay. Big fan of that.
uh,
Thank
it-
you.
They sustain you for an entire day.
You see Eileen
Is-
kind of light up for a second. That would be amazing. You just make them out
Is
of
it-
nothing?
Well, I mean, it takes a bit of magic, but yes.
Cool. And Eileen pops it in her mouth and starts chewing.
Does anyone else need one?
It's pretty good. It's pretty tasty, juicy.
Issar is just watching Eileen to
Luz-
see if there's
Luz-
any change.
Luz hands one to offers them up to Issar and Elita.
Yeah, Issar will
Uh,
take one, pop one in his mouth.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Issar looks at Elita. What's with the mask?
I kind of like turn back, kind of narrow my eyes a little bit. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware that my
Luz has
medical
like
history
never
was your
even
business.
asked you about that.
I mean,
Whatever.
it's fine.
That didn't work.
I just like turning down food.
Would you ask someone with crutches why their legs don't work?
Your mouth doesn't work?
I guess
That
not.
was-
She is
I'm
speaking.
sorry.
You need to apologize, Issar.
I didn't. I
Thank
just
you.
apologized.
And she's
Sorry.
she's gonna keep walking.
I'm sorry on Izzy's behalf. It was rude.
Issar, make a perception check for me.
Yeah. What is that?
You see an arrow protruding from your gut.
So plus
Huh.
5.
Wait, is Aisha here?
That's a 3. So
Okay.
8.
Luce, you can also make a perception check. Because your passive is quite
Okey-dokey.
high.
Plus 7, 23.
Woo!
Jesus.
I have a
Um,
20 in my wisdom already, because your girl's learned.
Hmm.
Wise.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say, as you're traveling along, Luce, you are very familiar with the sensation, and the sound. You feel a low rumbling, almost indiscernible to other people, but you definitely can like sense through the vibrations and just like the natural patterns that you're used to and have witnessed before. There's been a rock slide somewhere on the mountain face.
Great. That's lovely. Luz looks at the rest of the companions around her currently. Did any of you feel that?
Feel what?
No.
Luce, you look up and you can see like a little bit of like the sheet of shale beginning to slowly slide off a little bit above where you guys are. Just like the beginning signs of like residual aftershocks of where this rock slide happened, and you can like see in your mind's eye, oh shit, that's about to fall.
I look at everyone. Move now. and
Issar doesn't know where to move.
Luz runs forward as fast as she can over all of the rocks to try and get out of the way of these sliding pieces of shale.
Okay.
Just taking her word for it, Elita will run with her.
Okay.
Issar follows.
You all
Yep.
rush forward and follow as Luce runs forward to get like underneath an outcropping. I'm gonna say everybody make me a dex save.
Oh boy.
That's an 18.
The line
Oh,
goes
no.
on the bottom,
Oh
right?
no! Oh no!
Luce, you have
Ooh.
advantage because you did see it coming.
Okay, cool.
I rolled
That would have been a
I rolled
5.
a 5.
5.
I rolled a 3.
13
Oh, I
total.
rolled a 3 again. I
Level
got a
3.
5.
Level 3.
I got
That's a 5
17
total.
plus 1. So
Nice.
18
Okay.
total.
18.
Wow, you guys
Eileen,
shoved
what'd you
me
get?
out of the way.
13 total.
Thanks.
You
13
tripped
total.
and we jumped over you.
You see the rocks beginning to fall, and Issar, you just run and duck and like kind of tumble beneath this outcropping that Luce pointed out. Eileen, you run, duck, and tumble underneath it as well, kind of pushing Luce and Elita out of the way.
Excuse me.
As rocks begin to crash down around the side. You kind of like guard your heads and your bodies as best as you can as these large pieces of stone and rock begin to fall and shatter around the area. I'm going to say
38 points of damage.
Please no.
Oh wait, I have dice. What am I doing?
I know, that's what I kept going over to
I
my
keep-
sheet, and then
I
I'm like,
keep
oh
going
no.
to the
I
mouse and then
looked at my
going back
sheet
to
for
the
the
mouse.
modifiers.
Yeah.
Luce and Elita, you both take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the rocks crash down around the area as you like guard your head and your vitals. Where Eileen and Issar are able to duck and cover and not take any.
Thanks for the call out.
But you clear yourself off of the dust and the rubble, and it seems like only a small portion of the rock slide had caught over in this area. It seems like it came from further up in the kind of wrapped around right side direction from where you currently are.
Ow. Well, Eileen, Eileen. Rude. No. Luz kind of like looks at her cloak, which is now just like got like some scratches on it, and just goes, ugh, and kind of shakes it, and slowly goes, gets rewoven and looks nice again.
Yeah, you all watch as the like little ripped and tattered cloak and with holes and things in it, as she like kind of shakes and billows it, it begins to slowly mend itself.
Elita will cast mending on any like little scrapes on her clothing as well.
Would you like a good berry or something? They
I wouldn't mind one.
Oh, I was.
Nothing, Eileen.
I appreciate the offer, but
Are you
I'm
still
fine.
hungry?
I was more thinking they have healing properties. It's very minor, but
Oh,
We should save them for an emergency.
very well. I have what, like 8 more now at the moment? 9 more, or I have 7. I have 7 more at the moment. All right, if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna try to take like a sneaky look at my compass.
Okay.
How sneaky? Because
Like
my
you
passive
want-
is high.
You want nobody to like see you do it?
Yeah, like I it was probably easier to get away with in a crowd, but now there's like
Make a sleight of hand check.
that's a 3 plus 3, so 6.
Yeah.
As you pull out the compass, it goes beep, and makes some dinging noises.
what was
Oh,
that?
that's new. That's new. Now I'm just gonna look at it now that I'm like, well, no point in hiding it. Like,
Out of the bag.
I'm just looking over it. Like, is it pointing in any new direction?
Seems to be pointing the exact same way. Nothing's really changed.
I mean, trying to look over Alita's shoulder.
I'm trying to look at where the rock slide came from. I want to
Oh,
suss
okay.
out what
Yeah.
caused it.
You look off to the side and you kind of look down a slope and you can see what looks to be a caravan that is overturned and flipped. You can see like the splintered wood of a wagon. It looks as though someone tried to bring something that was too large for this path up this way, and seemed to have caused a weight imbalance and collapsed, causing a rock slide. And you can see what looks like people down below, and you can like hear around the like outskirts of your current position the sound of commotion.
This is how far down from us?
It's like down into a valley. It's still like a fair bit away. It's like you're just able to see like the with Luz's very high perception check. She's able to see the kind of like rubble and the remains of like wooden splinters and stuff, but it's still a fair hike away from where you currently are.
There's no way for us to like quickly get down.
No. It's just like within eye line, like down into this valley.
Does it look like it's on the path that we're on or a different path?
It looks like the path that you were on has been like crumbled from this rock slide. Like at least the direct path, like where the wagon was traveling.
So it's like where we are, and then like 5 feet forward, it's just gone.
Not 5 feet forward. Like there's still like room to walk forward and follow the path. It's just further down the line you can see like hugging around the outside of the mountain pass that it does eventually collapse to where that wagon was.
Well, we're gonna have to find a different
I
way.
don't
out,
like
it
the crispy
seems.
rolling.
But I would say, Luce, you definitely do hear the sound of like distressed people as there's like yelling and commotion and things going on.
Does it look like there's a good way for us to help them? Or at least
maybe.
like lose maybe?
Maybe you'd have to like actually go there first, because right now they're like down in the valley. You'd have to make your way down the valley.
How far
Gotcha.
down is
Are
it?
we trying to go up though?
You're kind of trying to go around. It's like
Oh.
you're along like the mountain's rim, and you were traveling
Gotcha.
along
So
the path,
valley's
and they
like
went
to
down.
one side,
Yeah,
and we're going this
yeah.
okay.
They
Mountain
collapsed downward.
that way. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
you're still going the correct horizontal direction if you go into the valley. It's just you would need to come back up again.
Back up. Okay. I look down. Do you all see them? It looks like they tried to get a cart that's too large past through this path. It probably means that up farther we won't have a path. May have slid off. Might have been what fell on us.
Huh.
Does there seem to be a way down to help them, or is that just gone?
You could find a way down.
Could find a way down. It doesn't look like it would be like horrendously difficult.
No,
Upward.
not for you guys. You guys are traveling lightly.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should go help if we can, at least. Might be a little out of our way, but I'm in no hurry.
And our path forward, like a little ways off, is destroyed by
You won't be able to travel the same way that you were planning to go because the cart kind of destroyed it. So you're gonna have to like dip down anyway. You don't have to go all the way down into the valley and to all the way to them, but you're definitely gonna have to divert a little bit at least.
Gotcha. Well, we're gonna have to go down some way anyways, so
Yeah, let's
we
go
should
help them.
go help them.
Rika,
Hello.
Hiding in the bushes.
you are currently standing at the top of the mountain ridge of the Great Divide, the wind blowing through your hair as you are shadowing about 2 feet behind a fairly tall and elven man who is very full blonde hair, blue eyes, with a weather-worn face and wearing leathers, armed with a bow on his back, 2 short swords, one on either hip. Very agile looking and strapping young man. And you are basically just following 2 feet behind his heels, just right over his shoulder, breathing down his neck as he's pacing back and forth, looking at a charter. Could you please leave me alone for 5 minutes while I look at these charters? There's very important business to be had, Miss Adia.
You said that 5 minutes ago. I still do not have answers. What is happening? What are you looking at? What is that? Hello.
This is, as you know now, you've been badgering him for quite some time now, Captain Wheeler, who is the captain of the guard here at the Great Divide. I've told you multiple times now, Adia, that I am looking at the charters for the shipments inward and outward so that I can make sure the most important ones get through as fast as possible while the lifts are down. Now, I know you have questions, and I don't have the answers for them right now.
Where will I get the answers then?
Oh my
Who do I
gosh.
ask? And if the lifts are not working right now, then there's no items to go through. What are you? Are you
Captain!
actually looking at a charter? Oh, there's a captain. May I ask him some questions?
I'm the captain.
Oh.
She's talking to me. Yes.
God.
He rushes off to the call that was ushered to him as you can see a female gnomish woman begins to walk up wearing some also leathers and a bow on her back. It seems to be some sort of scout, and walks over. Seems like there's been some sort of collapse, a rockslide along the eastern side of the valley, the outer rim of one of the trails. That seems like they're going to need some help. I'm going to send a battalion over that way. I think there was a scout party that is eating right now. Yes, understood. Now, Adia, I need to go take care of some business. You can either follow me like you've been doing relentlessly, or leave me alone. And he begins to storm off.
Oh, well, goodbye then. And I immediately turns around to the gnome. It's like, hello, I'm Adia.
Oh no. Actually, I've got to go help with that too.
Oh,
A lot of people probably hurt, lots of stuff to go find out.
maybe they have.
people.
Oh, perhaps I can join you. Maybe they have news, and I can learn of why the lifts are not working. Perhaps they have better news downstairs, down from the lifts down. Fuck.
Down from the lifts down.
Down from the lifts down.
Down from the lifts down.
Oh, hoity-toity.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go now. And the gnomish gnomish woman runs off.
Nope, I'm following.
Okay.
Not leaving.
You are faster, so you are now glued to the back of this gnomish woman as you are chasing. She is chasing the captain, and you are chasing her. So you follow the gnomish guard and Captain Wheeler as they head down onto an overhang of a cliff, and you can see down below there is a bunch of smoke and dust gathering. As you can see, Captain Wheeler is like an eyeglass out and spotting out and scoping out the situation. Hears the sound of footfalls like coming up behind him, turns over his shoulder and sees the gnomish guard and kind of nods, and then sees you following close behind, and just gives a heavy sigh.
Hello.
I thought you were staying behind.
Why would I stay behind?
That's a great question. I don't know why I thought that.
There's nothing there, but there's something here. What do you see?
Looks like a lot of injured people, and I'm seeing a commotion. There's a lot of dust that's hard to discern. I'm going to go get a closer look. I hear sound of struggle.
I will follow.
Fantastic. And as he begins to slide down the rock face and head further down towards the valley.
Whee! I follow. Follow right down.
So you guys travel your way down the rock face as the rest of the four of you also make your way down into the valley. You can see as you make it down there that there seems to be a battle going on. There seems to be struggle and the sound of fighting. I'm gonna say, Luz, with your very high passive perception, and Issar with your fairly high passive perception, you can see large figures in the dust. That the dust is beginning to settle, and as you are making your way down to this valley, you hear the wet squelch of just flesh smack rock and stone, and the crunch of bones. As you hear just like guttural groans and the sound of very elementary language. As you look over, you can see these large looming forms of these strange creatures. I'm going to say make a nature check, Luz and Issar.
Almost just clicked it again.
Like a savage.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Ooh,
21.
first one.
21. And it was with my new dice.
Nice.
That's a 21 total.
I got a natural one.
Was it also with your new dice?
It was also with my new dice.
Oh, that's how you break
Nice.
it in.
I got it with
From
the
the
exact
ballot is all
opposite color
things
dice.
should be.
Issar, you have actually seen these creatures before. Very much in passing, but you have seen them before. There seem to be ogres that are harrowing a group of people that were in this caravan that are like wounded and trying to cower up the side of a cliff face in order to back themselves away. And there seem to be some mercenaries or guards or people that are armed defending them and blocking these like choke points as you guys make your way onto the area. I'm going to go ahead and...
First map.
Oh, it's a map!
Oh shit.
You guys are
Oh,
down
shit.
over here.
Yeah. Issar will just shout out, "Ogres! We have to get to them!" And start running forward.
Okay. So...
Fucking Eileen has more health than me.
Yeah.
Adia, you and the guard captain are sliding down over this rock face here.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Oh.
picture? Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
Oh.
here we go.
That's
Sure
not
do.
a robot.
Adia, would you like to describe what your character looks like?
Zoom in, enhance.
So sliding down from the hillside, right behind the harassed guard captain, is you see a 5'11" young silvery gray tabaxi with a long, slim tail, dressed in dark green leathers, hints of red fabric, and a mid-length cloak that has two large fluffy ears peeking out from the slits in the cloak's hood. And if you manage to see further into the hood's shadow, you'll see longer strands of fur tied up into a loose high bun, with two green wrap braids hanging past both sides of her angular face. And the most striking feature is her sphinx colored eyes, ever wide and almost glowing in the little light that reflects against them. And you don't really see a weapon on her. It's probably hidden under cloak, who knows?
You are not another
Yeah.
monk. You are not another monk.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, but this time
It's a different monk.
It's a
different
different monk. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
She's a Kensei monk this time.
Yeah,
She's-
yeah. There's so
Monk.
many weapons hidden under there.
Yeah, that's what you see.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you can see the gnomish ranger looking sort and the also elvish ranger looking sort captain slide down along with Adia and begin to charge towards as the captain calls out, "Defend the citizens!" and begins to rush forward. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Click your token.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
How do I
Well,
ch- how do I
we're
change?
rolling with dice,
point.
so
Well,
I'm
still,
gonna
you
roll-
should roll because then he can change it on the initiative. If
I'm
he
gonna
wants
roll.
to use
I'm
that.
gonna use the sheet online, or just so it automatically enters in. So
Okay.
let's work on Chris.
Sure.
11.
I was just gonna roll the dice and write my roll from my dice on there.
Yeah.
Just
Does
so
that mess
it's
anything
on
up,
the-
Chris, or is that all right?
No, you can whatever. You can
I
edit
just
your whatever
figured
number
because
you
that way
get.
you have an
how do you
initiative.
how do you put in your initiative?
You just click
don't
over
Click a
on the
number.
thing. You can like literally edit it on
Oh,
the
I didn't know
on
that.
the sheet.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
if you click your name on the turn order, you can change your own initiative.
What a sad fucking
So
movie.
I got a 14 actually.
And
Oh.
I got a 9 plus 1 for 10.
I got a 19.
Oh well, I tried to change it, but it
16. How do I just roll the initiative and then change it? Or-
Yeah.
Just roll the
Yeah.
initiative and then you can just right click or left click where the number is on the sheet on the
I
turn
don't-
order sheet.
I don't even have to change it. It's fine.
Oh,
It's the exact same
fine.
number.
Adia green.
wow.
Yep, green.
How do I change my face? I'll do that later.
Wait, do you have a plus 11?
Ooh.
Huh?
Huh?
You said you rolled a 5?
No, I rolled 11 and then I had a plus 5.
Oh,
I have the same exact.
gotcha.
fucking
Other
roll.
way around.
Plus 11
Plus
initiative.
I'm gonna run the restroom real quick and be right back.
How?
alert feat plus 6 somehow.
Damn.
Some subclass that gives a +2 initiative. Swashbuckler rogue.
Hmm.
Swashbuckler rogue with the alert feat could have a +11 initiative.
That is insane. That sounds filthy.
Well, I mean, I had a
'Cause
plus
you add your
11
charisma
initiative, but that was
modifier.
at like level 20, not level 3.
Let's see, you go alert, you have 20 dex, and then you have a 12 charisma, you'll be a +11.
And the
Damn.
what's that feat that gives you another plus something to initiative?
Alert.
Plus 5? Alert, yeah.
Yeah, it's +5 from alert.
Gotcha.
All right, I think that is everybody. So I'm gonna say, Eileen, you kick us off.
How deep is this ravine in the middle, or can I tell from this distance?
You can't. You don't have advantage from this distance.
Okay. Then
How far are we?
It's the maps to scale. You can measure.
I'm going to use all of her movement to get that close. 36 feet. Yeah, Lean's gonna push back past Elita. We gotta help him. And shoot with her pistol at the one closest.
Alright.
Also,
Cool,
now that
cool.
I'm closer, do I have advantage or no?
To like see how deep that ravine is.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
18 plus 1, so 19 total.
Looks like about a 15-foot drop.
Okay. All right. Eileen's going to attack with her main hand. That is a 6 plus 7, so an 11. No, a 12. No, a 13.
13. You pull out your gun. Big boom fires off and strikes into the shoulder of this large ogre creature. That's a hit.
I think I was just rolling in session 0. I was just rolling on d20. I think. Or I was just rolling 2 plus 4, 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points pierce through the shoulder of the ogre. It recoils backwards and grunts.
I'm gonna shoot with my offhand.
All right.
A 22 to hit.
Oh, what's the range on your offhand?
Oh, good point. 40 feet.
40 non-disadvantage or
40 is regular, and then 160 is the maximum range or whatever. It's
for your
this.
offhand, really?
Yeah, it's 40 slant 160.
Okay.
That's what I've written down.
Yep, you're in 40 feet.
Okay. So it's a 22 to hit,
That'll definitely hit.
and then it's a 1d8. What does an 8-sided die look like?
We've been through this.
Found it.
Double-sided pyramid.
Oh, 1. Yeah, 1 plus 1, so 2 points of damage.
Oof.
Oh wait, no, 1 plus 4, so 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Fire off the second shot, sings through the air, and cuts through the other side of the shoulder.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to be Captain Wheeler's turn. He is going to rush forward and dash to get right up in the face of this ogre. And that will be his turn. This dude with the shield is going to step forward and is going to make an attack against that ogre. That's a natural 20.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh wait.
Takes
No,
his
Against
mace.
the ogre.
Good.
Against the ogre.
Takes his
That's
mace
good.
and
Ally.
bam,
That's good,
slams it into
right?
him.
Yeah, hit him with that.
That's going to be 2 plus 6, 8 plus 2, 10 points of damage. He clocks the ogre over the head. That'll be his turn. It is the ogre that you just shot's turn, Eileen. It is going to run and leap over this chasm and just slam into the ground right next to you. It's going to be like, that hurt, and then kind of like breathe heavily with saliva into your face. It's going to take a large club and go for a smack on you.
Sorry.
That is 17 to hit.
Yep.
Takes the large great club and slams it down onto you for 6 plus 4, 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Bam! Smacks you and like almost knocks you up against the wall. And that is going to be its turn. Adia, you're up.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to skirt low to the ground? And wait, is this a rock as well? Let me just
Are you asking if you could
skirt?
all-terrain vehicle just on all fours run?
Maybe.
Like when you
Um,
run up the stairs, go into mobility form?
Oh, is this a rock that I could hide behind? Possibly.
Probably not big enough to hide behind, no.
Okay. then Adia will, yeah, she will just run forward, just normally 30 feet.
Oh no, turned into Stitch.
How
Soon as math happens.
God, how do I move her? How do I move her? I don't remember. I guess that's 30 feet, sure.
It's you hold left click,
Don't. Let's just not do it. Let's just not.
select move. You select your character token like you're gonna move it, and then while you're holding left click, hit right click, and it'll bring the arrow from your origin point. And then you can see how far you can move.
We'll figure it out another time.
Oh no. Oh no.
And from there,
Every time.
Every
I'm
time.
gonna learn
Without
and
fail.
remember at one point. Yeah, from where she is in the shadows, she and following the lead of the guard captain, she will. You see, just appear, just a flashing like shard of green light in her hand, and she just throws it from where she is, and slams it into the. You see the green shard just slam into the ogre. Hopefully,
What's the range?
60 feet.
60 non-disadvantage?
It has a normal range of 60 feet and no long range.
No long range. Okay, cool. Yep.
So
Then yeah, a quick flash of green energy and then launches towards the ogre.
Okay. That is a 4 plus 7, so that's 11.
11 will hit.
Oh, okay. Yay. Okay, and now I roll this. Okay. 4 plus 5 is 9.
9 points of damage.
Yes.
The blade sinks in and then disappears as it deals 9 points of damage.
And with the bonus action, she will also just another shard of green light just flicks right towards the ogre again.
Another blade appears into the hand and then flies towards.
Okay, that is a 5. 5 plus 7. That's that passes 12.
That'll hit.
Okay.
They're pretty big. They're not that hard to hit.
There's a D4. I got a 4 plus 5. That's 9. Another 9. Oh, that is 4. Yeah. Okay. 4, yeah, another
So
9.
9 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. Blade sinks in again into the creature as it kind of recoils and racks its brain. And is that your turn?
Yeah, sure is. You see the blades just vanish as if they were never there.
That'll be the other shield wielding dude's turn. He's going to swing at the ogre in front and try to drive him back. And will miss horribly, and blade just bounces off the fat stomach of the ogre, not affecting. Luce, you're up.
I'm going to pull out my necklace and use it to cast guiding.
Okay.
I can do this twice a day. Use a must-star map.
All right. You pull out your necklace, and where are you shooting the guiding bolt?
At this guy because it gives advantage to the next person who attacks.
All right. You pull out the necklace and then launch a slurry of stars that all collide towards. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. Did my sheet? Sorry. Now accidentally
7.
close my sheet.
Plus
Do
7.
you already have my? Wait.
You're
how
plus
do you
5
know?
plus 2.
Oh,
Spellcasting plus proficiency.
you're right. Okay, so it's a 14.
14 will hit.
Okay, cool. That does 4d6 radiant.
You need some d6?
No, I don't need any.
No.
10, 11, 17.
Looking huge.
17 radiant damage.
Damn!
Damn.
Yeah, I actually rolled
That bolt
really well.
hit.
Damn.
That's actually very surprising now that I look at it, because I'm like, oh, this one is not.
A flash of lunar energy and starlight slams into the side of the ogre for 17 points of radiant damage and
Kind of looks
ignites it
surprised.
with a shimmering glow around, granting advantage on the next attack.
Yeah.
All right, is that your turn? Or are you going to move?
I am going to see if I can. Nope. No. I did it earlier and then I did. Aha! Move there.
Alrighty.
I.
It is this ogre over here's turn is going to wind up and smock towards
Mock.
Smock?
the shield dude.
Smock. I just learned a new verb.
It's smock. Yeah, that is a 19 to hit. That'll definitely smock.
That's gonna smosh.
It's like the Smurf thing that everybody used to do.
I'm like, what is happening?
Made up a
Ooh,
fucking-
god damn!
Uh-oh, another one.
Uh-oh.
18 points of damage. Just fucking takes this great like large hammer and splatters this fucking shield dude into the ground.
Oh, no.
Turns him to paste in one hit.
It's like a Gallagher show.
No. Oh no.
That dude is cooked.
Oh.
And the ogre steps forward and begins to loom his way up the ramp. That'll be his
yikes.
turn. It is this archer's turn. Is going to loose an arrow towards the one that just fucking crushed his friend. Oh, that's a natural 2.
Oh no.
He's scared, fucking shitting his pants, and the arrow just like bounces off the blubber of the ogre. He's like, fuck, and begins to like back up against the civilians. It is the pikeman's turn. He's going to step forward to replace the shield guy. I think it's a very bad idea, but do it anyway. And stab forward. That will hit for 7 plus 2, 9 points of damage. Not bad. Sinks the spear into the stomach of the ogre. And that'll be his turn. It is this dude's turn. He's going to see. You know what? Actually, let me roll for that. Yeah. He sees his ally over there in trouble and is going to leap and bound dash over here and get up between you two. And that'll be his action.
That's not what I intended.
It is the other archer's turn. He's going to loose towards the one that's fighting the captain. For 7 plus... No, he misses. These archers are not very good. Elita, you're up.
All right. Yeah. See. Yeah. That big guy running over changes things a little bit. What kind of equipment do they look like they have?
The ogres?
Yeah.
They have either very large, like, bone, like femurs of large creatures for warhammers, or they are made out of, like, large stone boulder that's, like, attached and lashed to a trunk. And then they also have some, like, very large javelins that are made out of, like, bone and tooth.
Gotcha. Alita, like, there's a bit of like a ledge here, right? Like, how high is this?
Just like 5 feet.
Yeah. How far is it? 80,000 feet. Yeah, Lita's gonna like kind of like move up here, get like a better like vantage point of everything,
Okay.
and she is going to cast magic missile at first level, and she will send two of them into the one that's right in front of Eileen, and then one all the way like to the guy that's like going after her. Those commoners, and roll 3d4. So that's a 4 on the first 4 plus 1, so 5 on the one on Eileen. A 3 plus, so another 4, so 9 total on the one that's in front of Eileen, and the one that's fighting the commoners, 1 plus 1, so 2 to the one that's fighting the commoners.
3 missiles come launching out from your hands as 2 of them strike and converge on the one in front of Eileen, and then one launches off all the way to the side and strikes the ones that are looming over those 2 warriors and heading towards the commoners.
You just see like these 3 like orange missiles kind of like spring from her fingers, and they just hear.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep. I don't believe I can do it. Let me double check. Can I do anything with my bonus action? I don't think I can, but no, nothing really I can do now. Yep.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Sorry, you're up.
All right, Issar is going to. Oh, I got the wrong one. God damn it! There we go. Issar is going to move up to the first ogre that is next to Luz, and he's going to attempt to shove this ogre away.
Okay, that's your action.
Yeah, that is my action.
All right, opposed athletics.
And that is 16.
That is 13.
He's shoved 5 feet.
You shove forward with all of your might as he is pushed back 5 feet away from Luz.
So Issar kind of shoulder charges him, pushes forward his last 5 feet of movement. Can he get in range of the other ogre, the one that's on Eileen? Or is that kind of a bit too? I'm trying to figure out. I was here.
You would be a little bit out of range with your full movement, I think.
Because I was in this square, so I'm just trying.
Were you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So shove and then kind of.
Yeah, no, you
around.
could make it to him then. If you like kind of place yourself right here, like right between them.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
Right
yeah,
there.
you can get there.
And then he is going to action surge and use his attack action on the one that was hit.
All right.
The weakened
Good.
one.
And that is
So do
advantage.
It's a 3 and a 7. 7 plus 5, so 12 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, 2d6. That is 6 plus 1 plus 3, 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bonk him on the side of the rib cage as you hear some cracks of bones beneath the fat exterior, and looking pretty hurt.
And that will be my turn.
All right. It is this one's turn. Is going to attempt to smack the guard captain, Captain Wheeler. Ooh, that's a big hit. Yeah, it's 22 to hit.
For Issar or me?
No, for the guard captain.
Oh, okay. Oof.
I'm gonna go refill my water real quick.
Plus, oh my lord, these NPCs are getting
Oh no.
18 points of damage.
Oh God.
Cracks over the side of the body as he kind of like tries to take it with like parries slightly with the weight with his weapons, holding out the 2 short swords, but it definitely is a crushing blow on him. And that'll be the ogre's turn. It is this archer's turn. The gnomish archer is going to rush forward next to Adia. Is going to fire at that one next to the guard captain. Hey, he'll hit. That'll be 6 plus 3, 9 points of damage to that ogre as the arrow sinks in beneath the kind of between the ribs, the rib cage. And that'll be his turn. Eileen, you're up.
Alright, Eileen is going to just move within range still. Just move like a couple. Readjust, I guess, around the thing. I'm going to fire my main hand at him.
Go for it.
Which is a solid 16 to hit, so plus 7, 20 something.
Yeah, definitely hits.
I'm going to. So when do I declare a smite?
When you hit.
Okay, so I'm going to pump a thunderous smite into him as well.
No, so spell casting smites are
Different.
you cast them like as a bonus action. It costs a bonus action to cast the spell, so you do that first. But like
then
just
you have
a divine
concentration.
smite is when you hit.
Can
You
we
just choose to use it?
can we redo that then? And I cast
Okay.
that first
So
as
you,
bonus
you
action,
cast Thunderous Smite as your bonus action. Okay.
and then I roll. Boom.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I know for now. I didn't know that before.
Yeah. So if it's a spell, then you have to do it however the spell says to do it. But if it's Divine Smite, then it says in the text when you hit with an attack, you can declare it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
And then it's a D10 for damage for the main hand,
Yep.
which is here. Yeah, that's it. 9 points of damage plus 4, so that's 12. No, 13.
And then 2d6 thunder damage from the Thunderous Smite.
Double 2s, so that's 4 points, and he has to make a strength saving throw. Be pushed back 10 feet.
No, he doesn't because he is fucking obliterated. You fire, and
His
the
body
bullet
goes
sinks into his chest and just shatters open as the body is launched into the ravine, and it just drifts down into the nothingness along with the water.
And Eileen says, "Let Neil sing," and that is it.
All right. That is your turn. It is Captain Wheeler's turn. He is looking rough. He is going to... Yeah, man, I guess so. He's gonna roll the hit. Misses first attack. Misses his second attack. Jesus Christ, man. He's not doing too well. He is going to use his bonus action for a second wind. Okay. Heals a little bit. Still not looking too great, but is standing there waiting for the next attack. Adia, you're up.
Okay, how is the troll looking in front of the, not troll, ogre looking in front of the guard captain?
He's looking hurt, but he's still pretty okay.
Okay. Again, from where I am, just flick another shard.
All right. Small blade of light comes shooting out from your hand.
That's 19, 12 plus 7.
Definitely hits.
Yeah, okay, and I roll this. Oh my god, it's a 1. 6.
Sneak attack.
I do 6. 6 psychic damage in total for that one with sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just roll 2 of these. That is it's a 3 and a 1. So that's 4 on top of that.
10 points total.
Yes.
All right. So it sinks in and then disappears as the ogre grunts in pain. It's looking pretty hurt.
All right. Now the bonus action blade. Fuck, that's the wrong one. That's 14. I'm plus 7.
14 will hit.
Yeah. Yes, another 4 plus 5. Okay, so that's 9.
9 points of damage. The blade sinks in, shatters, and disappears, and the ogre doubles over in pain, but it's still barely hanging on.
Man. Okay.
Man.
Your turn? Are you gonna move?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I will. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I will. You know what? I'll also use I'll also use my feline agility to move a little further than my 30 feet. That's double my movement. So I'll just.
Isn't that a bonus action? Or no?
I think it's just free. Yeah, just free on my turn.
Your reflex agility allow you to move with a burst of speed. When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your next turn. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I will use feline agility to just scamper over here. And right next to the guard captain, I will be. Actually, I could just be right here. I'll just be right behind the troll. The
Ogre.
Ogre.
Okay. You run up,
Yeah.
get behind the ogre, and that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. It
Skirt,
is
skirt.
Shield Guy's turn. He's going to make an attack at this one. Ooh, natural 19. That'll hit. That'll be 6 points of damage on that one. And that'll be his turn. Luce, you're up.
Okay. Just want to look quick. Pop, 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 pop. Who would it be? Oh, probably like a bison. Sorry, just trying to figure out which symbol this is. But I'm going to use one of my starry forms.
Okay.
So Luz's body is going to become luminous and shimmer like stars at her joints. And she's essentially going to look like a constellation.
Oh.
It sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for another additional 10 feet. And it is as it forms. Just checking. Yeah. Okay, as it forms, you see bison horns flash around Luz before she just becomes the constellation of her body. And she makes a ranged, sends a luminous arrow towards this guy.
All right. Go for it.
And
Shit,
it
I
is.
just realized I forgot to start the recording.
Oh, no.
Oh well, shit. At least we have a different recording.
We'll have the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a ranged spell attack. So that is a 6 plus 7. That's a 13. No, if that's math. Yes, that's math.
That'll hit.
Okay. 1d8 plus my wisdom mod.
The luminous arrow fires out from your constellation form, piercing into the ogre.
I got an 8.
Nice. So how much
Plus
total?
my wisdom modifier, which is 5.
Damn.
So
13 points of damage. As it skewers through the side of the ogre, the piercing light, and then disappears and dissipates into the air.
and
that definitely
I'm
hurts.
chilling like this right now. I'm just hanging out, sparkling. All of my robes are like flowing up, and you can see the inside of them are covered in a like shimmering silk that has patterns of stars all across of it. Yeah.
All right. That your turn?
I am going to move.
Okay.
I don't really want to be near this guy. Luz realizes they made a mistake. They made a mistake.
Mistwalk? Wait, Luz is more health than me too. Oh no.
What?
You have 32 health, right?
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
has more health than me.
Whoa, wait, why did that do that?
Yeah, these guys touch you once and you're dead, Pete. Just so you know.
They're dealing more
Stay the
damage
fuck
than my
away.
max health.
Like, I don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, that's my.
All right. This ogre is going to turn and go aid his ally, nor friend, and jumps over
They're
towards Adia.
friends.
Friends.
Wait.
Those two are going to
lives. Oh no.
Those two are going to make opportunity attacks. Both of them missing horribly.
Oh no.
Oh, you see,
They're just
Adia's-
happy to be gone. That
Oh,
thing's
God.
gone.
Yeah, they're like, oh, thank God, it's gone. My buddy just got fucking smashed into a watermelon in front of me.
He just got married.
It was one day away from retirement.
Ogre's going to swing at you, Adia.
No!
That's a natural one. Completely misses, just leaps and slams the great club into the ground, leaving a giant crater right next to you as you kind of like back up against the wall. And it does not hit you.
Fur's all poofed.
Archers are going to fire at that one. Ooh, natural 19. Good job, Archer. You hit. For 3 damage.
Whoa.
Woo!
Good job, Archer.
Give that guy a raise.
The pikeman is going to just hold the line here and take a dodge. This ogre is going to go ahead and, since you guys are lined up, just like raise the club and bonk down towards both of you.
Ooh.
Take the
Since
brunt
you
of it,
guys
Izzy! Take the
Are
brunt!
in a line. That is going to be 9 plus 6, 15 to hit.
Nope.
For who? For both of us?
Yeah, it would have to go through Issar first in order
It
to
would.
hit you.
Would
Okay.
hit Issar.
So, Issar, you throw your hammer up into the air as the club comes down and just kind of like knocks you into the earth a good foot as you kind of like block, and does not strike. That'll be its turn. And Archer is going to fire at the other one. That'll hit. 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
All right. Elita, you're up.
Elite, all right. Seeing that these two are ganging up on the weird green cat person,
You
Elita-
can't
Elita's
say
racist
that!
Too. The weird cat
Why am
person.
I weird? What's so weird about me?
You're green,
My
that's
race
why. All right.
exists. Okay, fine.
Cats can't be green.
Anyhow,
I'm not weird with my like tail and sunglasses.
You're all
like,
you're all.
Well, that's because you're an elf. You're fine.
yeah, like, you know, it's
Fucking
from
racist.
elves, all right.
Yeah.
What?
Look, elves work
Uh,
different.
anyway,
What?
Alita's
Ethan.
eyes like kind of
We're
like
going places.
as like Alita sees this little equation, like little geometric shapes and equations, kind of like start moving across her eyes, and they glow very faintly as she is going to use twinned meta magic
Okay.
on a vortex warp, targeting those two that are ganging up on the cat person.
All
They
right.
they both need to make Constitution saving throws.
What is that?
It's a new spell.
Text warp. What is
This
that?
is Jin's fault.
You constrict people. You're like you basically put a snake on him, but it's a vortex. Snake.
Oh, constriction. Bludgeoning damage.
Magically
Yes.
twist space. What book is this from? Oh, Strixhaven? What the fuck?
New spell.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was from
random.
Xanathar's.
Saving throw. The target is teleported to occupied space within range. I didn't know about this spell's existence because it's from Strixhaven.
Is that a new book?
Came out a while ago.
Apparently.
Strixhaven was 6 months ago. Something like that. 8 months.
That's
I feel like it
just-
was this
Isn't
year.
that just scatter, but like second level?
Kind of. It's like a cheaper scatter.
Oh,
You can
okay.
only
But it only moves
and,
one
like,
person.
Yeah, but with twinned, I can target 2 people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem too bad. I'll allow it.
Alright, cool. In that case, yeah, they both have to make Constitution saving throws.
Alrighty.
Chunky though.
The catch with the
They do
vortex
look
orb is that you
chunky.
That's
can't
an
target yourself with them.
18 and 4.
The 18 succeeds with the 4. The 4 is a
All right.
failure.
Where is this
And
one warped?
I am yeeting him into the ravine.
It has to be on a surface.
Yeah.
Okay, is the ravine not like a flat, just not like the ground? Or is it like, how deep is the ravine then? Is it just, I thought.
It's 15 feet down, so you can't see the bottom of it.
Oh,
So
okay.
you need to place them on a surface that you can see
Alright.
within 90 feet.
I'm gonna like just throw them as far as I can over to here.
Okay. He teleports as a rip in space time opens up and then drags him through over to this spot.
Well,
on the
Doctor
ravine.
Strange portal just goes.
Ooh, and, like looks around confused, and yeah, is that your turn?
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Sorry, you're up.
Issar gonna do what Issar gonna do. He gonna bonk.
Yes, sir.
That is another 7 plus whatever 5
That'll hit.
for 12, so 2d6. It's a 3 and a 1 for 4 plus 3, 7 damage.
Bonk again, side of the stomach for 7 points of damage. He recoils a little bit and comes back
and
into
then
place.
Issar will use his bonus action to use triage on Eileen using one
Okay.
of his hit dice.
All right, you burn a hit die. Roll a d10
For 9.
plus your
Plus my constitution. Is it plus my constitution? Is that how it works?
yep plus your con.
Cool. So plus 4, so 13 points. Massive overheal.
Yeah.
Thank you,
heals
Izzy.
Back to full real quick after he turns and bonks. The ogre he like kind of turns around real quickly, binds your wounds, and then turns back and faces the ogre.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. It is the ogre over here's turn, and he's confused. He's going to step back
Do
up
not
over
know
here,
where I am.
and
take
is going to
now.
take big javelin from the from his back and just launch it towards. I'm gonna roll a d6.
Oh no, it's gonna hit Elita.
It hits
Kill her.
Alita and dead. Oh no.
I'm gonna roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, it is Issar. 3 or 4, it's Eileen. 5 or 6, it's Elita.
No.
That's a 5. That's Elita.
Oh no! Dodge! Dodge!
That's a natural 2,
Oh.
but your AC is probably very low, so that's an 8 to hit.
Nope.
I don't
We'll
think
miss.
that-
AC 11, baby.
Hey.
A large bone that like a rib out of like a mammoth comes and just launches right next to you and like craters into the ground as you dodge out of the way.
Almost got McRibbed.
That's a little yelp.
That'll be the ogre's turn, and it is going to be the gnomish archer. Gonna step forward a little bit further and is going to shoot at this one. That'll hit. 5 points of damage on the one next to Adia. Eileen, you're up.
Okay. Let me check my movement real quick. What's the jumping rule?
You are able to, if you're running and jumping, you can jump a number of feet equal to your strength score, without making a check. If you want to jump further than your strength score, you have to make an athletics check.
So what's the minimum jump though? Because if your strength score is 0 per
No, your
Hypothetically.
actual number, your strength number.
11. Okay.
So
you can-
if your
you
strength
can
is
run and
11, you
jump
can you can run and jump 11 feet without a check.
Okay. Then I'm going to run up and try and jump over the I'm going to jump over the ravine and land there.
Okay. The shortest distance I'm seeing is about 12 feet. So your strength is 11. I'm gonna need an athletics check. The DC will be very
Okay.
low because it's only 1 foot further than what you need. But
Yeah. What kind of check?
athletics.
You got this.
Natural one.
That's a 9.
9 total.
That's a 9 total.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
Only 1
It's
foot extra.
1 foot extra than what you need. 9 is fine.
Woo!
So you run, you jump across.
Below a 5.
Yeah, I would say 5. Lower than a 5 would be a failure for that.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought I failed. I'm going to bonus
Roll it.
action cast Thunderous Smite
Okay.
again, and I'm going to fire my main hand at this dude.
Okay, the one down.
Yeah, the one south.
Gotcha. Yep. Your gun begins to billow with thunderous energy.
14 plus 7, so 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Damage for that is 8 plus 4, so 12. And then damage for the Thunderous Smite is a 1 and a 2, so 3. So 15 points total.
Massive shockwave yet again, just plunging a crater in the chest of this ogre and launching it off the side of the ravine.
He has to make a... You made your strength save?
He's dead.
Yeah. I'm just piling them up
Thunderous
down
Smite
there.
Kills. It doesn't knock back, it just kills.
And then, are you okay? And that's going to be the end of my turn. I'll be yelling at Adia. Adia.
All right.
Audio technique.
Adia.
Adia, there we go.
It is the guard captain's turn. He is going to sheath both of his swords, pull out a longbow, and fire at the ogre now that he has some distance. For a 20 to hit. That'll hit. And... Ooh. As you yell out, "Are you okay?" you see an arrow zip through the air, strike the ogre between the eyes, and it just fall to the ground. And it is dead. Guard captain is going to run forward up with you two, and Adia, your turn.
Person come out of nowhere and just destroy 2 ogres on her own. Just Adia's just like her ears were flat and she was like her tail was all poofy because she was so scared. But then she sees like Eileen coming out of nowhere and her ears just perk back up. She's like, "Oh, hello, I'm Adia."
Eyes go from slits to just giant.
Saucers.
I love you now.
You're my friend. So, yeah,
I'm
Adia
your responsibility now.
Adia just goes, "Oh, hello, I'm Adia," and then she'll just go over here, and yeah, let's see how far I roll. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, and then she just sees that ogre that's left over and just throw another shard.
You see this cat person just apparate a magic blade into their hand out of nowhere, just like raw energy, and just throw it towards the ogre.
Ooh.
Okay. That's 6. 6 plus 7 is
13.
Thank
That'll
you.
hit.
Okay, and that's a 6. That is a 1. That's so 6 psychic damage with sneak attack. That is 6, 9 sneak attack. So cool.
All right.
That's 6 plus 9.
15 points of damage. The
Okay.
blade sinks into the back of the head of the ogre and then just disappears after it strikes. You can see the ogre recoil in pain.
Yep, bonus. I'm just gonna click the button. Alright, cool.
Oh, damn.
That'll hit.
Oh, no, don't ignore the sneak.
Yeah.
It's just 9.
Ooh, a big hit on the max roll though. 9 points of damage.
Solid.
Another blade sinks into the back, like scapula area, and then disappears. Looking pretty hurt. All right, that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, this guard is chilling. Luz, you're up.
Okay. I am do this for 10 minutes because it takes up it's my wild shape alternative. So I'm going to shoot it again.
Go for it.
With a of power. Well. Then. That's an 11.
11 will hit. That's its AC.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, they're pretty big.
I
They're pretty
thought it
easy
was
to hit.
12. It's like, okay, yeah. So then 8 plus whatever wisdom. Oop.
They hit hard, but they are
That
easy
is
to
a
hit.
6 total.
6 total.
Yep.
The light spear streaks through the air and spears through it for 6 points of damage. Still alive. Your turn.
Yes.
Alrighty. The archer and the pikemen are going to take inventory of the area now that they're no longer being harrowed, and kind of step over towards the guard captain and await orders. Then it is the ogre's turn, is going to swing at Issar.
Izzy, duck!
That's a natural 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Whack! Slams down onto as
I
you
hear Izzy duck. I look over. And
Huh?
it's right across.
That is going to be 7 plus 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Slammed into the side of your body. Big hit, and that will be its turn. Elita, you're up.
Looking at the big guy that's remaining, she is going to try to finish this quickly with a second level magic missile.
Okay. 4 missiles fire off. 4 of these orange shards launch through the air and converge. Go ahead and roll them.
That's 4, 8, 11, and a total of 14.
Alita, how do you want to do this?
She just lifts up her left hand, like from each one of her fingers, they start to glow very thinly. These little missiles kind of shoot out, and they like circle around Issar before like coming out on every side around the ogre, piercing around its body before they just erupt.
All the missiles launch into the center of the ogre like depth charges, and then spray outward as the top torso of the ogre is destroyed, and it collapses to the ground, dead. And that is it. We are out of combat.
Issar just kind of stands up and blows blood out of his nose and uses second wind.
All right.
D10 plus fighter level for 6.
Eileen wants
I should have rolled that, but
to look around to see if anybody's injured.
He is immediately turning around at Eileen and going like, "What are those? Are those guns? I'm actually recognize guns."
Hold on. Eileen's looking around, making sure nobody's injured, like gravely.
Are you pink?
Yeah.
Why are you pink?
You look around.
How long
Yeah,
did it take
yeah,
to?
I'm pink.
How long did it take to grow those horns?
Make a
how
medicine
long
check.
did it take
20,
to turn
20
pink?
years. About 20 years or so.
You can see
So
4 bodies on the ground.
12 plus 3, so 15 total.
Are they just civilians?
You see 4 bodies on the ground. 3 you like assess 3 of them, and they are dead and crushed and like squelched. One of them is like barely breathing.
Come with me. What's your name?
Adia.
Yeah. And I walk over to the body on the ground and use Cure Wounds, my last spell slot.
Okay. You walk over to this body over the highest one up here. It is a human woman that's just laying on the ground wearing like burlap clothing and just like very shakily breathing. You cast Cure Wounds. The healing energy washes over her. Her breathing steadies a little bit, and she remains unconscious, but she seems to be stabilized.
Rolled a 4 on that. I don't know what to add. for future reference? Is that spell attack?
Cure
that I would-
wounds.
Your wounds is
It's your spellcasting modifier, so your charisma
so
modifier.
Your charisma modifier, yeah.
Oh,
Do
charisma
you
modifier.
heal? How do you how do you
charisma
heal?
is plus. Wait, my spell attack bonus, is that the same thing?
No,
No,
just the charisma
no,
modifier.
Just your charisma
Okay.
modifier.
So it'd be 6 points total that it heals. But
Okay. Yeah, you can see her breathing steady, still unconscious, but not actively dying anymore.
okay.
Issar hops over the ravine as soon as there's space
Yeah.
Yeah.
without issue.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say Luz will just sort of follow over towards everyone, and do the best to hop.
Luz-
Elita will
Issar-
try to jump
yeah.
over.
Issar sees how these two probably can't jump that much, and is like ready to try and assist in any
Yeah.
way to
Okay.
get over the ravine.
You help them leap over and kind of like grab their hand as they jump and can't make it the full
Ah.
way, but yeah, you help them both over.
Elita is not a fan of being touched.
Okay. So you
Dodges, falls.
do you want to try to make it over without any help, like at a different
Yeah,
location?
I want to try to do it without
Oh,
without
Luz
any
like
aid.
gratefully leaps into waiting arms. Whee!
12.
12 athletics. Yeah, you kind of move a little bit away from where Sar's like kind of like hands out, and you're just like you kind of scoot over to the side a bit and then just jump over yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you all begin to like assess the situation. You can see Captain Wheeler like going, gathering all of the people, and being like, "All right, is everybody all right? Everybody's okay. All right. Let's get everyone out of here. You," and starts giving orders of like who to carry, is like assist with any of the injured. Looks over at the guard that was crushed. Gather up whatever remains we can for burial. Let's get everyone out of here.
Like put him in a
And-
to-go box or something, like a cup.
Wheeler looks over at the rest of you, reluctantly looks at Adia. I will admit you are quite helpful, in some ways. I will try to get you the information that you want. Just give me some time to recuperate here. I'll meet you back at the top.
I will see you later, Captain.
The rest of you, thank you for your aid. I'm Captain Wheeler. I'm in charge of security here at the Great Lifts. These misguided people tried to maneuver something that was not meant to go here, but I won't hold it against them. It is an unfortunate situation. We're trying to gather everyone we can, bring everyone back safely. Thank you for your help. I'll make sure you're compensated if you meet me back at the top of the lifts later.
Ooh,
That won't be necessary.
that'll be very necessary.
Well, aren't you helping because it's the right thing to do?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
but compensation is nice because we too have to make a living.
You hear one of the guards call out, "Captain, over there. I believe that's where the ogres came from. I think it's their home. I might want to be careful of it. Might be more." Points to like a little cave alcove. The captain like nods. I doubt that there are more, but we'll keep an eye.
We could check, right? Right, Izzy?
I don't
If
see
you wouldn't
why
mind,
not.
that would be great.
I'll protect people, be compensated for it.
For the good of the
Think there's
people,
Something useful in there.
right, Luz?
Well, yes, that's why I help. Plus, I don't know where I'm going, and perhaps someone can help me.
You know what will help you find where you're going? Money.
Gold.
We didn't come with the expectation of gold, but I won't turn it down.
That's wise.
I can't argue with that either.
Adia's just looking back and forth at everyone talking and like noting everything. Her tail's gently swishing.
Adia, yes, 22 years.
Did you?
Their guns.
Did she tell us her
and
name?
yeah, she told me her name.
Yes.
I was just answering all the questions. I was in the middle of something. Yes, 22. Their guns, and your green thing is cool. Whatever that was.
Thank you. What is everyone else's names?
I'm
Elita.
Luz.
Luz, Alita,
That's Izzy.
I'm Issar
Issar. Why are you
Issar.
bald?
because I shave my head
Why do you shave your head?
because I don't like hair on my head.
Adia just makes like this like scrunkly face, going like, how does anyone not like hair on their face?
Well, on my face is fine. It's
He
just,
has a beard.
I mean,
I don't like hair in my eyes.
but you like it on your mouth.
Keeps me warm.
Yeah,
I believe we lose most of our heat out of our heads.
I sweat a lot.
He does. He sweats a lot.
The guards and the captain begin to head out and like carrying the injured people on stretchers and bringing people and out of the ravine for safety. But yeah, you can see off over in this area where I'm pinging, there seems to be an entrance to a large cave mouth.
Okay. Luz looks over. Well, I will say when I asked that guard earlier if there were things dangerous around, he really didn't warn me about the things like these.
I don't think they knew.
Also, weren't you asking about like specific threats for monkeys? I don't know if ogres naturally go
Well,
after monkeys.
I
or...
asked about whether or not there were threats in general, and then I asked if
Oh.
if a monkey might be threatened more specifically. No,
Oh,
I-
okay.
He did say that the threats were more off the road. I think this is a bit
We're
off the
pretty
beaten
the
path than most people would take.
That's fair.
suppose the cart did fall.
Well, does anybody need to take a short breather or anything before we check it out? Is everybody up for that?
I wouldn't say no to that. She's still banged up from the rock slide.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I can cast a healing thing on whoever. Would you like? Luz turns over to Elita. I can perform some magic, perhaps that can heal you if you are okay with that.
I suppose, as long as it's not too invasive.
I would have to touch you, but it can be very quick.
I just hold out my right arm.
I very, very quickly just light tap of a finger on Elita's arm, and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and roll it.
To do 1d8 plus 5.
Alita, why do you not
That-
like to be touched?
I like this. I like this d8 because I keep coming up.
Yeah!
Like,
Adia
is it
will get
balanced?
all the backstories out of people.
Please give it to me.
Well,
Why do
that
you
was a
have a mask?
1 right after
Why do you
that.
not like being touched? What's under
Two.
the mask?
All right, well, you got
Yep.
8 plus 5, so 13?
I only needed 4.
Well, there you go. That was a solid.
13. Yo.
Big roll.
13's like almost all of Alita's health.
Well, I will say I have a plus 5 because I have
Oh,
a
it was the
20.
help I had
That
before.
really does make a difference.
Alita.
But I also just rolled really
Alita's just completely ignoring Adia's question.
Alita, why are you ignoring me? Do you not hear me? Should I shout louder? Do you have? Are you hard of hearing?
Adia, I think Alita just doesn't want to answer at the moment.
Oh, does it make her feel uncomfortable?
I think
Yes.
so, yes.
I see. Thank you. And she just knows that in her head, just nodding.
Why does it make you uncomfortable?
You won't go that far, I think.
Yet.
I think.
Yet.
Game mechanic wise, do we want to take a short rest or do we want to just head?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good to go.
I'll reload
Yeah.
both my weapons, Chris.
Okay.
Only
Do I have
thing
to
I
say
get
that
back
every time
is
we're out
second
of?
win and action surge, which are like my two
I'd
abilities
assume
right
that
now.
you reload whenever you're out of combat.
But otherwise, I'm fine.
I mean, those are kind of nice.
They're
but-
kind of my only abilities right now.
Yeah. You.
I don't need it's fine.
Okay. I mean, there should be no more ogres, right?
No, they said there could be more ogres.
Oh,
Not there
there could-
shouldn't be anymore.
Oh, okay.
There may
Could
not,
be.
there might be. Who knows? There's only one way to find out.
We just have to keep pushing them off the cliff.
It seems to work really
So
well.
there's none left. Well,
Close
you
enough
just
for
seem
you.
to kill them every time. So
Yeah, it
the
wasn't
whole
intended.
knockback property doesn't happen.
Well, it does. They just ragdoll.
Did the ogres that we slay have anything on them? Or they just
Nothing
seem-
of use really.
I'm not gonna go through rolls or anything.
Yeah, nothing of use for you really. They would be like very large, oversized javelins that you couldn't really wield, or massive, like
probably
bone
get a
hammers.
couple copper for those.
Yeah, after a little bit, Luz realizes that she's still glowing and like kind of shakes herself and then no longer starry and glowing.
Okay.
Addie would have tried to poke you.
Luz would have looked at you. Just kind of, huh?
That is very pretty.
Thank you.
What happens when you bleed?
I bleed. That's a strange question.
So
What do you mean?
the stars
It-
in your body, they will start bleeding red.
Oh, no, that's not, I have blood.
Oh.
I have blood.
Hmm. she's still poking you a little bit. Still
You
poking you.
ask a lot of questions.
How else would I know if I do not ask questions?
You have a point.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Well, you could observe, but I suppose you are doing that. In order to ask questions, you have to see things to ask.
Should we see the ogre cave now?
Yeah, let's head out.
Okay. So you guys head towards the ogre cave.
Mm-hmm.
Do we travel there?
All right.
Fast travel. Loading screen.
It's literally right next to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn, this game has so many loading screens.
Yeah. Who wants to go in first, or it's just dark in there?
I can see.
Issar will light a
I
torch.
can
Oh
too.
God.
Yeah, I can see as well.
Issar
Me
will light a
too.
torch and head in first.
Which I can see as if it was
Oh.
bright light.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Why isn't-
No, you just
Oh,
have dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
In
dark
dim
normal dark
light.
vision. Yeah.
In dim light within
Dim light,
60
you see
feet,
like bright light.
as if it were bright light. Oh, okay, yeah.
If it's darkness, you see like it's dim light and shades of gray.
That's what it was.
Probably gray.
Yeah.
As we go into the dark, Alita's eyes kind of glow very faintly.
Do we
That's
hear a
just the
whirring?
torchlight.
Like a zzz.
Couple beeps and gear clangs.
You just hear like this, like the static sound, like. bzz.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Who's going in first? Like, what's the order?
Issar will walk in first with his torch.
Okay.
Um,
You light your torch and walk in.
I'll follow Issar.
I'll follow Eileen.
Arr, 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 arr.
Follow
I'll-
Eileen.
I'll
I'll-
follow
I'll-
Adia, or
guess
I'll
I guess I'll
take
be
to
in the
the
back.
end if you want.
The back is probably safest.
Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna
yeah,
bite
you
us in
guys-
the ass later.
You guys walk inside and begin to look around. It is damp and dank. It immediately smells of blood and gore and rot from what you can only assume is previous kills for food. As you look around, you immediately see tons of bones strewn on the floor, blood soaked on the floors as well. In the corners, you can see like waste and all kinds of refuse. If you'd like to look around more thoroughly, any of you can make investigation checks or
Yep.
whatever you want to do.
I'll let
Seems
the people
like-
who are good at investigation
14.
roll.
Seems like y'all are doing that.
13
So
I know,
total.
I'm
Adia
like-
will help.
Wait, no, not 14.
16.
16. My bad.
16 plus 7, what is that?
23.
6 plus 7 is
23.
13.
23, thank
That's
you.
10.
Okay. Adia, you and Elita, you kind of scour your way through. Everybody kind of just finds a lot of dead bodies, many of them humanoid, many of them animal.
Liz is very uncomfortable.
There's a lot of dead things in here that have just like been collected for food, most likely. Very little in terms of like usefulness. I would say that you between all of the dead bodies, you could scavenge up 5 gold pieces and like 12 silver pieces, however you want to divide that or whatever you want to do with it.
How many silver pieces?
12. 5 gold, 12 silver. Just among dead bodies and crushed creatures. But other than that, I would say Elita and Adia, you come across these 2 corpses. Lying next to one of them, you see this strange, like a 12 or an 8-sided crystal that is obsidian black with a small red spark in the center in a weird sigillic shape. And then next to another one of the bodies, just like kind of laying on the ground, you can see a very dark gray smooth sphere with fur-like striations inside of it and a black sigil on the inside.
Ooh,
Hmm.
trying to figure.
What'd you
Do
say?
I,
Sorry.
do I recognize what these might be? Or
Make an Arcana check.
Same. Can I try to?
That's,
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
+4.
Uh,
It was almost a 16, but no, it's,
You
it's
show
a, it's a
them
7.
to everyone else?
For,
So-
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 17 plus 5.
Nice.
Adia, you immediately recognize that both of these are mercurial affixes, or rune crests, colloquially known.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, she just kind of like.
They seem to have been affixed to these 2 beings, and upon their death, they left and just remained on the ground next to them.
Lita, these are rune crests. I believe they have no use for them no longer.
Seems like it. And like taking a closer look, can we discern what these are capable of? Or
With some time, you could probably figure out what they do, but it would take some time to like sit down and figure out.
Luz is walking around druid crafting a flower for each dead person.
Aw.
Do the rune crests have any like arcane or anything on it, or
No.
is it just like
There is a sigil written on both of them.
is it something Issar can read, or decipher?
You
Given that-
cannot understand whatever is written on it.
Gotcha.
Eileen walks around and gives everybody 1 gold, 2 silver, and 4 copper.
1 gold, 2 silver, 1 copper. Wait,
Four
Chris,
copper.
I never
thank you.
rolled for gold.
You didn't?
No, because I never know how to use Avery. So I didn't do it that way.
Okay, I told you how much to roll that, right?
Yeah, I can roll it right now. I just didn't
Yeah, go for it.
do it.
The people that they were affixed to, do they look familiar? Like as
As
an
5
enclosed
plus-
design?
You can see one of them that had the 8-sided obsidian one looked to be wearing some like heavier armor, looked to be like some sort of warrior, and the one that had the spherical one seemed to be wearing like robes, perhaps a spellcaster or mage of some sort.
glyphs on them, do they look like actual like language, or are they just like like simple runic glyphs? Like
What languages do you speak?
Common and Elvish.
You don't recognize them?
Speak all the
Can I-
languages.
Can
In that
I-
case, I will cast comprehend languages on myself.
Oh damn. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You cast comprehend language on yourself, and you touch the sigil. On the 8-sided one, you see the inside of the red like sparks inside. It is written in. Well, I don't think you actually know what language it is when you cast comprehend language. I think you just know what
I
it
don't know
means.
what language it is, but I can read.
It says basically translates to the word grit or like vitality or resilience. And then the spherical one, it is literally translates to wolf.
Would these two rune crests qualify for the papers?
Rune crests are not super interesting generally in terms of what you would be collecting.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Are there any meals being prepped by these ogres before they were ruthlessly attacked?
Oh no, you
I
don't have
mean,
a high enough constitution for that.
There's definitely food or things that are edible, but you know,
Cannibalism.
they're like people,
Human
dead
meat.
people, and rotting
Dead people
flesh.
Eileen's stomach growls a little bit, but she decides against it.
Eileen, I think Luz has some more good berries.
Is that true, Luz?
Yes.
May I have one?
Yes. I hand over a good berry. This is
Thank
like,
you.
okay, I think I'm down to 6. 5 now? I'm down to 5 now.
5.
3 a day.
I mean, if it saves your coin purse, then that might be.
You
Eileen's
also get
stomach is
1
actually
H-
just a
You get 1
portal to the
HP
9
from that
hells.
too, by the way.
It's a, what is it?
You get 1 HP
You get 1 HP? Fuck yeah.
from
She's
each
already full
good
health.
berry.
But eventually that's going to come into play.
Eventually, sticking it down some down party member's gullet.
Yeah, we
Chew.
pop the good berry and try and stay away from the dead bodies. Though they're so tempting.
The dead bodies.
Well, like if we spit roast like the animal hides or something, right? Surely these things didn't
Sorry.
eat raw, right?
Many of the things were being eaten raw for sure.
Eileen has a severe understanding of what ogres do.
Like it's like sashimi, except
Yeah.
people.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, yeah, Nodding and Alita just pick up the rune crests. It's like, should we show these to the others? I mean, might as well.
I don't see why not. It'll probably take a while to figure out what these are.
Yes. Yeah, and then gingerly tiptoe around the refuse and corpses and.
Oh. Looking back at like the corpse that had robes that we found this on, did they have anything else on them?
Yeah, like any spell book, maybe?
No, nothing left other than that. Other than the rune crest.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, tiptoe around the body. Adia, you can't really see expressions on Adia's face because she's a cat.
We see the ears flick.
Hey,
Yeah, her ears.
can
It's
understand-
all in body
I-
language. You got
I
the
know
tail, the
animals.
ears, the fur on the back.
Yeah, you just see her like her ears are just kind of flat. She does not like the situation, but she's not showing it on her face. She's not used to it. Yeah, I'll bring it out and then just wave it at you guys like we found good things.
I guess we could take them back. I'm sure
Yes.
they'll let us keep them. I don't really know what they are, but
May
Yeah,
I
what you told
look
us.
at them?
Oh,
The
Can
rune
you-
quest.
can you figure out what they are, Lose?
Laws.
Perhaps I might be able to. I did study magic.
Hands it over to you.
Ugh. I'm assuming an Arcana check.
Or, I mean, if you're gonna take time to like study it and figure it out, it's not gonna be just like a quick check. It's gonna be
Oh, okay.
like studying,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, all right.
or just attuning
It'll-
to it would tell you what it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It would take me a moment to figure it out, I believe. But
Oh.
maybe later?
Perhaps would you like to attune to it now? This one seems to be for the warrior swords, and this one seems to be perhaps of a lighter creature. Lighter attributes. I don't know
Are
what
you
else to
saying
fucking
Luz
come.
is skinny?
I meant magically or physically,
Like,
Smaller
but
just an
creatures.
odd term.
Eileen looks over at Elita. Much smaller.
Alita's busy focusing on the rune crest and waiting to attune to it.
Which one are
Vitality
you
one?
trying to attune to?
I think she had the one from the
There was
rogue
Vitality
one.
and Wolf.
yeah, which one you want?
I think she's trying out the wolf.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
give the grit to Mr. Tank here, to Issar.
Okay, they Runecrest take an hour to attune to, like
Yeah, so-
any
Yeah.
other. So you guys are
Or
gonna
we
hang
can
out in
do
the
it
cave
outside
for an
the cave.
hour?
Is
or-
our
No,
just-
Yeah.
no.
No, yeah.
No.
We're not gonna hang out in dead people cave for an hour.
I don't
Is
think
there
we can
just
do that.
Pockets it, nods.
Luz
and
already feels
continues looking around.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Has added little as she was putting like midnight roses on every corpse. She was also druid crafting up like a breeze to kind of like get some fresh air moving.
Okay.
Don't know if it was really doing much because I don't know how much fresh air is really in this cave. Might have just been pushing around dead people smell, but you know.
Hey, every little bit helps.
A lot of the
Okay.
bodies seem recent, by the way.
A fair number of them seem pretty recent.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so people still walk the old way rather than the elevator.
Well, just recently.
How long's the
because-
elevator been out?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool.
All right. So you guys head out and make your way back towards.
Cave doesn't go any deeper or anything, right? This is it's
No,
pretty much
it's
alcove.
fairly small. Just like big enough for habitation for 4 ogres.
All right. Well,
All right. So you guys head back out and continue your journey up to the top of the Great Divide, the Great Lifts.
Yes.
yeah.
Adia,
Okay.
can you hear better than the rest of us?
I can hear
Uh,
fairly well. What do you mean better than the rest of us?
Well, with the ears.
No, they function similar to human ears. Same auditory distance.
And like your bite sharper, or is it about the same as a human? A different bite.
Her tail flicks a little bit, little lashes. It's like, I do not like to bite people. They taste unpleasant.
Do they?
Do you
Okay.
have bit
That's
people?
interesting.
I mean, every child teeths, right? They bite people.
Yeah.
I do have claws.
Do you scratch with those? I saw
I
you the
can,
green
but-
thing.
Oh, those are not my claws. Those are a special trained ability of mine.
Those are
But-
not my claws. They
Did
are
somebody
my claws.
teach it to you, or is it just something you know?
Yes, I was taught
By who?
by one of my masters.
What's their name?
My master.
My master.
The tables have turned.
I'm actually looking. Her name is Sanat Sharptooth. She is a very good teacher.
Oh, she sounds nice.
She is. She does like to read her novels.
Is she still around?
Why would she not be?
Well, in case she died.
I believe she will not die for a while. She seems too stubborn.
I like that. That's cool.
Yes. What about you all? Why are you here?
Luz shrugs. It was an accident?
Oh,
I'm not supposed to be here.
where are you supposed to be?
Northern Pro.
Interesting. And the rest of you?
Well, Eileen and I were traveling out of Pelrin into Koprou, looking for something called the Farseek Almwat. Don't know if that rings
Seek
any bells to
Almwat.
you. Not Omelette,
Farseek
Almwat.
what?
Do I know who that is?
Fromage.
I'll
Almat.
make a religion check.
A religion check. Okay. Where's my... What the fuck's religion? Okay.
Fuck is
There it
religion?
is. A 7. A 7. 4 plus 3.
Who the
A 7.
fuck is
All I know is
religion?
cat.
No idea.
Yeah. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't know.
Yeah, we're traveling into the mountain ranges. I don't know where my notebook is. It's somewhere from first session. Where was it that we were told Farseek was?
You were told to go to, like, north of the Great Divide in Koprou. So, like, up this way.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
We're traveling north past the Great Divide, looking for someone who may have a clue as to what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
Power,
That's right.
help in defending our home, Pelrin. There's things there that we need to defeat, and we need more than what we have. This may be something. But in the meantime, we're seeing the countryside, traveling out of a rather dire place. I'm sure my family would be happy about that. And Eileen's.
I see. And Elita, what about you?
I'm working as a sort of a field aid for my mother. I'm doing a few research on strange arcane machines.
Oh, then you must be interested in the elevator, perhaps? If it's arcane. I'm not sure, but it must be arcane if it processes such power.
That's what I came for, but it seems as though it's an opportune time.
Perhaps we'll find out soon. I have been harassing the guard captain quite frequently.
So you admit it's harassment.
Well, how else would you get questions if they are very stubborn? Sometimes you must keep asking, and perhaps they will say something interesting.
Sure.
If you annoy someone enough,
correct.
they might slip up and say something.
Just to get rid of you. It's-
Or give you 5 different monk specs.
Yeah, so you guys continue to travel up, making your way to the top of the lifts. Adia, once again, the rest of you for the first time. And you crest the peak, finally making it to the top. And a large, vibrant breeze blows through the air. As you look out, you can see across the entire mountain range span. It is just gorgeously breathtaking up here, the view. The wind blowing nice and brisk. It is currently towards the end of summer.
The 14th of Pelrin.
No, that's not even a month.
18th of Zephyr.
It is the 8th of Hidur.
They'll do
The
it.
8th of
Hidur.
Luz steps forward and like throws back their head and their arms and takes like a breath, closes their eyes and then opens their eyes and looks all around, takes it in, like very obviously enjoying the nature of it all.
Yeah, it is a nice brisk breeze you can feel the end of summer coming, the beginning of autumn starting.
Do you smell that in the air?
Nature.
Sniff,
Sniffs,
sniff,
yeah.
sniff.
I smell pine.
You smell the
What do I
first.
smell?
What do we smell? How many
Um,
smells?
First,
How many smells? Yeah, you smell the brisk air of just cleanly and nice, unmusted air blowing through the breeze. You're very much used to weird, damp, and swampy air, the sort of ever-present rot and strangeness of Pelrin, but you actually get a nice big breath of freshness at the top of this mountain in the lands of Koprou and the border between. You can smell freshness and just open air.
It is meant from the cave.
It is nice as opposed to what we just went through.
And what we've lived in for years.
Very humid.
But as you guys make it to the top, you can see the guard captain, Captain Wheeler, moving around and taking care of business, and spots all of you who haven't made it to the top and approaches over. Thank you all for your help. I very much appreciate it. I've been gathering together what I could for compensation. It's not very much, but I figure it is better than nothing. And he hands each of you 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Nice.
More than appreciated. We did not expect compensation, but thank you.
Were the caves empty, safe? All right.
Caves seem to only be occupied by those 4 that were slain. Doesn't seem to be any more in the area.
I thought so. They tend not to gather in too large a number. Very stupid, solitary creatures. If it weren't for the unfortunate circumstances, we wouldn't have disturbed them. They wouldn't have disturbed us, but things happen.
What exactly happened with the lifts? I heard something about the engines not working.
Yes, I suppose I do owe you a bit of an explanation, especially you, Adia. Well, the lifts are normally run by a great technological marvel, a machine devised and developed by a very prominent crafter in Mutov. They have proprietary technology and ownership over this device, and very graciously gave it to us. Well, leased it to us for use and to pay them for their technology. But we've been using it for some time, and it has been working very, very well. Up until recently, in the past few days, some sort of thief in the night took the device and ran off with it. We're operating on mostly rumors and hearsay, but the guards that did see it stolen report that it was a winged creature that seemed to have stolen it and headed north.
Just any other details in that? Just a winged beast, or
From what they're saying, it did not seem like a beast. It seemed of intelligent nature. It seemed deliberate, that they wished to specifically take the device and then leave.
feathers, scales, or
What kind of creatures does Luz know about that are intelligent and flying?
Make a religion check or a nature check, either. We don't have
Going with nature.
we don't have too much information, unfortunately, because it was taken in the dead of night when operation was not in use.
14.
But from what I have been able to gather from my god force, it was some sort of intelligent creature that could fly, was quite strong and quick and agile, stole the device and flew off with it without much of any trace. For the 14 intelligent flying creatures, you could think of multiple harpies, devils, demons, celestials.
Start listing things off. I
yeah.
literally just open my mouth and I go, well, that could be any number of things. It could be, well, so are harpies or devils or dragons or, well, the list goes on.
What does the device look like?
It is a sort of power core. It is cylindrical in nature, almost like a piston, probably about 2 feet in diameter and about a foot long. It is quite boisterous in terms of energy and discharge that it gives off, and it was specifically designed to slot into, and he kind of points off into like a power bank station where there's like a large setup that like leads to all of these breakers and grids, and a central point where it seems like this 2-foot diameter, 1-foot long cylinder would slot in and connect and lock into place and like generate power. Slot into this location and power the grids, power the mechanical systems, and supply it. I don't know very much about how it operated. All I know is that it generates vast amounts of energy.
You said this was to the north, past the Great Divide, correct?
That's where reports say the creature left and flew north.
Issar kind of eyes Eileen. Well, we were heading that way. Maybe we could come to some agreement that we look for it in the area.
If you were able to recover it, you would be rewarded handsomely. I'm absolutely certain.
Also include in-depth research or perhaps study of the mechanical elevator.
That I
as
cannot
well.
promise, but I can get you in touch with the proprietary creator of the device should you recover it. They would be very happy to meet whoever was able to recover their technology, I'm sure.
Why can't they just make a new one?
They may be able to, but I'm not sure how long it would take.
Also, probably something that powerful and more than likely expensive.
Yeah.
That
And
as
also
well.
perhaps difficult to sell off or even to use because the power of that caliber might be very obvious.
In the meantime, I will be sending word for another being needed and possibly have it engineered in the meantime as a replacement, but if you could find it and bring it back, that would be incredibly useful and I'm sure would not go unnoticed.
Right.
I will obviously be sending out search parties and have been sending out search parties constantly to the north to try to find it, but if you have any luck more so than us, then I guess we'll see.
Eileen shrugs and looks at Issar.
Issar nods.
We're headed that way. I mean,
Kill
Yes,
2
I would
birds.
I also would like to join you too.
would love to have you. Sure, Izzy wouldn't mind.
No.
Thank you.
Luz?
Luz
Elita,
looks
I'm-
Luz looks pensive.
I'd be more
Well-
than happy to assist in reclaiming this. I'm quite intrigued by something like this. I wouldn't mind opportunity just to examine it for a bit.
And make friends along the way.
Yes, we are all friends now, are we not?
Well,
we fought together. It's the next
We are
best thing.
battle friends.
Well, friends, I'm not entirely certain where this will get me, but to be honest, what I'm looking for, I'm not entirely certain where I was going to give me the answer.
Well, you said you were heading to northern Koprou, right? This
Yeah.
is in that direction.
Oh, I'm coming along, if you'll have me, but And Luz just sort of lapses into some silence that seems to be very, very in their head. In her head. But she
Issar fills the silence. Well, if we do this, the reward could help you get where you truly need to go, rather than just in the direction. Plus, we'd be helping these people.
You don't need to convince me. I'm coming along.
Great, then it's settled. We stop for lunch, we rest for the night or dinner, and then we head north. Yeah.
We already had lunch.
Well,
We had 2 lunches, actually. You actually had 2 days' meals.
I don't think he knows about 11s.
Supper?
I mean, I think the
What
fight
about
kind of took it
third
out of me.
supper?
If you're hungry, I still do have
You had a
some
good
more
berry
berries.
after the fight.
I did. I don't know what's wrong. That's weird.
Are you pregnant?
Luz.
Starts laughing.
Definitely-
Adia's just
definitely
looking
not.
at you.
Definitely
Innocently.
not.
Like there's a little snort from Elita. She's trying to hold it.
I think there's a prerequisite there that we're missing.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think it's more likely that there's a portal to the 9 hells in her stomach.
That sounds troublesome. My
Kind of
sympathies.
par for the course, though. Makes sense.
You've heard of work hard, play hard. Work some, eat more.
Luz is just looking at her good berries, like inspecting them,
It's
like,
not enough.
are they not working? Like, I felt full. Am I crazy?
Oh yeah, you definitely felt full.
Issar's full. Well, it's like sustenance for the day. I don't know if it makes you feel full.
Yeah, like you're
You are
satisfied.
sustained. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're sustained. I would say you don't feel the pangs
Eileen's
of
never
hunger.
been satisfied.
during
Like,
that
you
day.
had a bowl of oatmeal, you know, like it was there.
Who was there?
The good berries are great, but I would like something, I guess, warm, maybe, in the stomach.
Do you
so.
have great berries? Is that a thing?
What about excellent berries?
So is there like
Perfect
a?
berries.
There's got to be like a camp set up atop the place, right? Or for people that made it
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, there's definitely like camps and outposts set up here.
Do we
We can
smell
just-
smoked meats anywhere?
Yeah, is anybody cooking anything?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely like shops set up and people cooking and gathered round in little like campsites.
I think we join them. I don't know, unless anybody has a better idea. We could find somebody and befriend them. Maybe partake in their delights.
That was a weird way of saying that, Eileen.
It
We
was,
have
I'm
money.
sorry.
We could just buy food.
Yeah, but okay.
I'm confused on the whole pregnancy thing after what you. Do you,
You see
partake
a
in delights
large-
or not?
You see a large dwarven man like points at Eileen, you, and like walks over and like scampers up to you.
Points to who?
You there, you Eileen.
You.
Oh,
Large dwarven man with
The
like
dwarves
a
usually
heavy
come
black
to
beard.
Issar.
hi.
You there? What's your name?
What's your name?
I asked the question first.
I asked a second. No, look at us at a standstill.
Fandril.
Andrew, nice to meet you. I'm Issar.
Fandril.
Andrew, I am Issar.
Issar, you saved my daughter, you son of a bitch, and gives you a fucking tight hug and just like wraps his arms around you, like squeezes the life out of you.
Give him a hug
I'm a
back.
butcher. You can have anything you want to fucking eat tonight. I swear on all the
Oh
gods.
no!
Oh.
You have no idea what you've done.
Like,
I overheard
Okay.
you saying you were hungry, and you will be filled if it is the last fucking thing I do.
That's just okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Can my friends come?
Anybody you wish.
Great. This is
Did you all
Eileen.
help save my daughter as well.
I pointed at Issar and I said, "This is Eileen."
All right, let's. No,
Well,
I am Issar. I don't know why she gave you the wrong name.
he was scary. He walked up
She
to
is
me, he was
Eileen.
aggressive. I didn't know.
He's just a happy father.
He seemed mad at me. I didn't want to get in trouble. I'd rather be mad at you.
But it's just you with my name. That doesn't change anything.
All right, fuck the names. Let's go
Didn't
eat.
think that hard about it.
There's celebration to be
sir.
had.
Celebration.
My daughter's alive, and it's because of you all. Thank you.
Celebration to be had.
Bows to the guard captain, says, "Thank you for your valor and your patience." She waves and leaves.
He gives a heavy sigh. I don't understand your
Yes.
kind from the Verazeum, but it seems you're at least competent.
Yes, I will be back soon to ask you more questions.
You cannot wait.
And you just see Adia's like tail like kind of like lazily flicks like as she's laughing.
All right, so you all head off into the dwarf camp, and he has an entire cart full of different salted meats and just gathers as much as he can, throws them all onto a large bonfire, and begins to cook them all up and butchers all of the greatest cuts of meat. And yeah, he just sets it all up for all of you, and you all eat your fill until you are stuffed with the meat sweats.
The meat.
You
Luz,
just see beads
Luz
of
tries
sweat
to be
going
really
down
polite
Issar's
about it.
head. Issar's fucking soaked.
Alita just
Luz
takes
tries
like
to be real polite.
Alita just takes like a kebab or something, and goes off somewhere to eat it.
Okay,
Taking-
yeah.
Taking like one of everything and taking a bite, considering it, taking another bite of another thing, considering it.
Luz is like very
30
carefully
different
eating
meats, all with one bite.
and just trying to be respectful, but then it's just she just keeps eating. It's very good.
You respect dwarves by eating your fill.
I also look at Eileen and try to sniff one of her food. I slowly try to munch on it. Just
Eileen-
holding it.
Eileen like takes a bite out of a wing and sees Adia and just kind of, yeah, go ahead. Just gives you the wing.
Is-
Then find a pistol in your face.
No, munch.
I was
munch,
expecting a munch.
munch.
She just kind of hands you the wing.
Oh.
No,
oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
I give you one of mine that already has a bite in it. Look, sharing is caring.
Battle friends.
Thank you. I think I'm good for the night though.
Inside check.
You can
Yeah.
insight check.
You barely touched your beef brisket.
Then I took a bite in.
Make an insight check.
Wait, I'll just do this. Okay.
Yeah, she seems full.
Okay. Is she giving me a look? Is she giving me a look? Is that a look?
She seems like she is full.
Okay.
She just maybe is a bit thrown off from all the events of today and, you know, the rotting meat cave and all that.
I see.
Yeah, the rotting meat cave definitely was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Good berries were catching up.
The good berries. It's a delayed reaction.
I know.
4
I'm
hours.
like, that's
Oh,
what
no.
I'm thinking. Like
Just the
after good
worst
berries
shit.
and all of that. Yeah.
That shit'll give you the runs.
Oh my god.
It's like eating an entire bushel of blueberries. You're just like, oh. Everything
I
is
mean-
liquidated.
So
Luz would
during
have
the
warned her that the third one really would have started messing with her, but
Good thing it was only 2.
so does anybody attune to the rune crests while you're taking your
Yep.
rest?
Get your
Okay.
rune
I'll
crest.
turn to the internet. I'll attune to the grit one
Okay.
while we are eating our fill. Took it
That
out at some
goes
point.
to Elita, and that one goes to Issar. Boom. You should see them in Campaign 2 handouts.
Oh, first items.
There we go.
Oh, I forgot to remove all of the Campaign 1 ones. I'll have to do that later.
Hmm. Well, this Could be good on me, being that I am up front, but it could also be good on anyone. Once per day, if you take grievous damage, you will gain the false life spell, 2nd level.
Man, that
If
didn't
you
save.
hit 50% of your max HP rounded up, you gain the false life spell, 2nd level. Incoming damage beyond the threshold for activation is mitigated first before going back to reduced HP.
Wow.
You can put that in chat.
Yeah.
That poor guy who got killed didn't help him. did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
are you sure
man.
these
Why
things
can't-
work?
Yeah, 2nd level false life is only between 10 to 13 temporary HP.
Which is nothing compared to those things. They were hitting 10s and 13s out of nowhere. I mean, seems like that would be
Nice.
really good on Elita.
False life.
They do seem a little less
So
sturdy.
it's 1d4 plus 4, 2nd level, 5 additional. So it'll
Plus
be
9.
1d4 plus 9.
Yep. So between 10
That
and
could
13.
be almost Elita's entire HP.
Yep. And the other one is the rune cast to the wolf. I'm just gonna put it in general. But I.
Yes.
Can you post it in
Uh,
Roll20
honest-
for me? Otherwise I fuck up the cameras on.
Alright, sure.
Thank you.
Also
But yeah.
mine in general, so most people have it.
On an attack hit, the target must make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. On casting a helpful spell, the next attack the target of the spell, of the helpful spell, has advantage. On casting a harmful spell, choose one target damaged or hit by the harmful spell. A spectral wolf attacks one of the targets. It has a bonus to hit equal to your spell attack bonus and deals damage on a hit equal to 1d6 plus your spell casting modifier. So definitely something that probably has more versatility on a spellcaster.
I mean, you do have 2 more options than the attack hit one.
Yeah, for
And
the
even
attack,
then-
it would just be knocking somebody prone, where the other two could be good on like a ranger, or
Yep,
just
be
any
good on
sort
like
of
a
ranged
on a
spellcaster.
support.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a half caster, perhaps?
Half-caster, perhaps.
That's
Right.
That does helpful spells and harmful spells and regular attacks.
Let's just ignore the druid, yeah.
I was thinking this would go to Luz, honestly.
I mean, it
I
kind
was
of
thinking
fits.
Luz or Eileen, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
probably mine could go to Elita, since it's literally like a.
I think so.
I need all
second
the help I
bar.
can get.
Yeah, with
You
how low
kind
your
of
HP
do,
is,
you
like
poor thing.
it would get me up
Well,
half
she's
my
a-
health if I had.
She's a scrawny girl, okay? Like she.
I think it'd probably
Yeah,
be better
so-
on Luz because not yours, the other one.
Yeah.
Because like the melee hit thing could be useful in like or the regular attack hit thing could be useful in like a situation where Luz is trying to get away,
Yeah.
assuming you're not trying to be a
With
melee druid.
Shillelagh or something.
Yeah.
Well, Luz does have Shillelagh.
True.
They do
Well,
have Shillelagh,
but
but
that'd be a
that's,
harmful
like not.
Spell?
No, it'd be an attack.
Okay.
You imbue your weapon, and then it becomes a magical weapon that you can use your wisdom modifier.
Well, but
Gotcha.
it still just says on attack, so I can still just hit.
Yeah, it would still just be an attack.
I also, I do have quite a few spells, both helpful and harmful.
Chris,
So
so it says on casting a helpful spell. If Luz casted Shillelagh, does that count as a helpful spell, therefore giving her advantage?
no,
You
Nice
tried.
try.
that's an offensive. Shillelagh is an offensive spell.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
But
So you
like
could do the
guidance
third option.
would be
Yeah, if you cast Shillelagh,
Helpful
you
spell.
could do the wolf attack like on a casting a harmful spell.
Okay.
Gotcha.
To
Gotcha.
do-
You'd have a
the
choice
knocking
between the attack
prone-
or the harmful.
you'd have to actually hit it.
That's a good question because you are technically making a weapon attack. Yeah, I guess you could probably choose either for if you cast Shillelagh.
Because Shillelagh is just imbuing the weapon. You're not making
Yeah.
attack with Shillelagh. It's a bonus action, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I didn't mean to roll.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't.
You
Okay,
did.
cool. There's the thing since you're arguing over Shillelagh. I was more just anything works with me. I'd be fine. I will take the rune crest if y'all are willing to give it to me.
Mhm.
If you're not,
Yeah.
no biggie.
Be
Issar
free.
tosses his to Elita.
Okay.
Or Elita.
I will give
Thank
that
you,
to
Sai.
Elita.
Welcome.
Grit.
And again,
goes to-
I apologize for asking about the mask. You obviously don't have to share personal information with any of us. We just met, and it's just, we have a bit of baggage with needing to see people's mouths, sharp teeth,
I just kind of like tilt my head and then like That's-
vampires,
Ah.
ghouls, undead,
Pretty much anything up there.
werewolves.
Are you uncomfortable with
Baba
your mouth
Yaga.
as well?
Me?
No, I mean, Eileen? No,
No.
Eileen. Elita. Sorry,
Elita.
Elita.
Oh.
Elita. Alright, sorry, I
there
mean, Elita.
was there was an incident, and it's not pretty. And I just kind of gesture like the scars that are kind of like going like upwards across the side of her forehead.
Could you
Very
tell
well.
us?
This is just as much for
oh.
me as it is for everyone else.
Oh,
I think it's
do you
kind of pretty. Gives character.
You
Do
wouldn't
you
be saying that,
have-
son.
do you have eyes for teeth? Do you have octopus legs?
This is
Do
know,
you
I-
have?
You have to
do you
feel
have-
like,
do you
even though
have-
you can't see it, Alita's like, yeah, okay. Like it's just like she doesn't know. Like,
Do you have fur for teeth? Is it just teeth covered in fur?
how do you
Ugh.
think of these things?
How would you kiss that?
why is that the first thing you thought of versus?
Well, it
how do
wasn't,
you
but I can't
eat
say the
around
first thing I
fur
thought
in
of.
Your mouth?
Do you want to kiss Eileen? Eileen?
I'm going to bed.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
Okay.
She sets up her tent and just closes herself off in there.
Do
Okay.
you think? I think I offended her.
I don't think so. I think they were just tired.
I will say from my 1 week travel with Alita, she does seem to keep to herself a bit. Rather personal.
That's fine.
No,
Nothing wrong
she's
with that. She's capable in combat. She'll be an asset on the journey.
Lita begins to plot the assassination of everyone in the party.
yeah, that
No.
makes sense.
It
yeah,
makes her less
Luz-
angry.
Luz kind of like sits there and goes, "Yeah, speaking of, I was actually kind of surprised with myself. That was much more thrilling than I expected."
That was some crazy magic you did, from the bolt of whatever energy to turning into that constellation. I saw some horns.
Oh, well, I'm just borrowing the power of the gods through the constellation. It's just some magic I learned my trick circle.
It's very impressive.
Thank you.
Much
I've never-
flashier than other types I've seen.
Well, we don't use it often. That was the first time I've ever actually properly used that spell. In combat, at least. And Luz sort of flexes her fingers and like stretches them out and is like, got a little magic under the fingers now.
Do your get stronger under certain astrological happenstances?
Well, certain things do. Specific lunar events can really affect how the magic flows between the astral plane and our plane. So yes,
Adia just tilt her head, considering. Not really sure what to make of that. And you said you were lost. How did you
Yes.
get lost?
traveling spell gone wrong, I suppose.
Where were you supposed to travel to?
Northern Koprou.
Northern Koprou is a very vast place.
Yes, well, I was supposed to go somewhere specific and then return to somewhere specific, so to be honest, I really don't know exactly. I'd never been there before. I was being sent. So I'm not fully familiar with the exact location where the other circle I was trying to reach is.
Oh. So there is another circle? Like your own? In Northern Koprou?
Similar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luz is like thinking. She's not exactly used to being like peppered with questions.
Don't
I
worry
have
about plenty of times.
family
you know.
in Ulfrit. Maybe they
Oh?
would know something about it if we went that far. But maybe we'll find the grove before then.
You have family in Ulfrit and not in Pelrin.
Yes, we were strangers in Pelrin when I was a child. I was born there, but my family is from Ulfrit. They were there on business.
Is it simply extended family in Ulfrit?
No. Immediate family. Mother, father, sister, probably. She may be somewhere else. She may be in Ixtani, last I heard.
But you mentioned you were... Was the danger in Pelrin that you mentioned, or was it in Ulfrit?
Pelrin. Northern Pelrin. Artress.
If your home is in Ulfrit, then why do you seek help for Pelrin?
Because that's the place I grew up. I don't want to see it fall. I know nothing about Koprou or Ulfrit. I wasn't born there.
Oh. Adia nods, and then, like, as in the middle of her munching, she just, like, kind of starts, like, shifting around in her cloak, and then just pulls out, like, this book and this pen. As she opens it, she just, like, thinks about it, and just looking at her book as she's munching, and then you see the pen just moving on its own across the page. She's just thinking at it. And she starts, like, transcribing everything that she basically learned today into the book.
Floating quill just is like scribbling away as Adia will like kind of glance over every once in a while and just like look at it and then continue eating.
Kind of, Luz kind of looks over at the book. What does the handwriting look like?
Very neat, very
Yeah.
like script and neat.
Yeah, surprisingly very nice. I don't know why I say surprising, but
Surprisingly nice. That's just you, Rika.
oh yeah, I guess that's true. My handwriting's god awful.
I don't know why I expected that, but I did. Yeah. Huh. Luz is just like, interesting. Definitely seen those before, but I always found it interesting that it follows different people's handwritings.
See, and like under Elita, you see like fur for teeth? Question mark? Question mark?
Yellow goblin?
Goblin coming out of her mouth? Danger? Question mark?
Question mark?
My god.
Look, I have.
Kind of giggles a
love
little
it.
at that. And then thinks, just sort of wishes that she could get a hold of her druid circle. Wants to let them know that she's okay. You know, nothing crazy's happened, and that she's doing fine and working through it, but you know, finding her way. But she can't because she's way too far to use animal messenger, and that's the only thing she knows. And or skywrite.
Go, little chipmunk.
Fine.
Fine,
A hawk
Yeah.
swoops down.
I was also about to say that.
It's
Right
like that
to
video of
chipmunk.
that rabbit being released to the wild.
No.
Now listen, Mr. Squirrel. You have a very important mission and a very long way to go.
Oh.
Poor
All right. So you all bed down for the night after eating your
Yeah.
fill. Elita getting the rune crest of Grit and Luce getting the rune crest of the Wolf. Added that to both of your handouts. And yeah, you all go to sleep and get a long rest unless there's anything else you want to do before.
Before we start bedding down, Aline, or Issar asks Aline, God, we're all doing it. I thought I was
Mhm.
immune.
Nope, all of us.
All of us. No, I was just actually sticking with the pseudonyms from before.
Hmm.
Fake names. Kronk asks Isma.
Mm-hmm.
Issar asks Aline, is everything all right, Aline? You didn't finish the brisket. I know you can put down more than that. Was it because Adia wanted food, or?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, kind of. I like these guys. The new guys they're cool. They're fun.
Much more lively bunch than we're used to.
Yeah, a little bit of irony in what you said there, I think, but
Not intended, wait. Come on.
I just Amelia and Anton, they were our friends too,
Well,
and look what happened to them.
we're different now. We'll do better to protect our companions.
We have to this time.
For sure.
And yes, it was because Adia was hungry. She was eyeing it the whole time. I couldn't eat it with her staring at me anyways. Have you seen her eyes?
They were like saucepans.
Just staring, and I couldn't,
Into your soul.
through my appetite. Through that 9-layer hell portal.
I did not know something could close that portal.
It's her
I guess we
eyes.
found it.
Her eyes are the ones that'll do it.
Yes,
Now
the
we know.
power.
We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. And then we head north, and everything will go easy from there. We'll find the power that you're looking for, and we'll do good things.
Do good things. Gain more power.
Get paid
Head back. Eventually.
eventually.
It'll take time. We're nowhere near where we need to be to make any real difference there.
Well, lead the way.
Well, I'm going to bed.
Fair enough.
So you can go to yours. Please don't come to mine.
Of course not. Good night.
Good night.
You all go to sleep and get a long rest as we awaken on the 9th.
Of Zeph.
Those
Okay,
hit
do it.
points in those spell slot.
Yeah, you get back all
yes.
your spell slots, all your
My
long
glorious
rest stuff.
5
My
hit points, 1
My
hit dice,
sorry
and an action
form
surge.
stuff and my guiding bolt thing.
I'm back to full power.
Ooh.
Yeah, and as you all awaken on the morning of the 9th of Hidur, we will go ahead and end session 1.
Woo!
Yeah.
Guys, I love playing D&D with all of you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good to be back.
same.
It is good to be
Yeah.
back,
It is
definitely.
good to be back.
Very,
Y'all.
very happy.
While we're all here, are we good for doing shorter sessions while I'm doing that training, since I can't do anything about having an altered schedule?
I'd rather do
I think
that.
we talk about that in Discord. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
something. I don't really know what's going on. I haven't really been paying attention.
No worries.
Yeah, we can do that. For everybody that stopped by tonight for the first time, thank you guys for joining the community and witnessing episode 1, the start of the second campaign. We do this every Wednesday, hopefully. We'll see what happens. But the idea is to do it every Wednesday. If you didn't catch the full live and you want to, we're going to be posting this video up on YouTube. You can either join the Discord or click on my link below that takes you directly to my YouTube. You'll see session 0, and by the end of tonight, you'll see session 1. Yeah, looking forward to doing this. And everybody that's been here before, thank you guys for stopping by again. Love you all. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, everyone. Say goodbye.
Good night. Great gaming.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Night, guys.
Bye. Abrirore.